Yay!
Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this session of Icewind Dale. This is Rime and the Frostmaiden, and we are the Digital Dragons. Joining me here tonight, we have got Zagrax.
Hey, I'm first. I'm Zach, or Warburn Chet, and I play Zagrax, the Dragonborn Paladin.
Irilyssa.
Hi, I'm Rard, aka Evil by Moonlight, and I'm playing the Dragonborn Cleric, Irilyssa.
Vulwin.
Hi, I'm Ethan, or Chaos Gemini in chat, and I'm playing Vulwin, the Furbolg Ranger.
Tahko.
Hello, I am Highwind, and I am playing Tahko.
And Elora.
Hi, I'm Trips, or Trips Usagi in the chat, and I'm playing Elora.
And I, as stated earlier, am Mordred, and I'm the one possibly trying to kill everyone here. Maybe, maybe not. Probably.
There's no possible, it's active.
I did want to say that Trips' birthday was yesterday, so I would like to see a resounding happy birthday up in chat. And it is also Rard's birthday in a few days. So happy birthday to you as well. Huzzah! I would make everyone sing it, but I'm not that evil yet.
Thank you.
It's even legal to sing it now.
True, it needs to be done tunelessly because it's copyrighted or something stupid, isn't it?
Hey, we're not.
no, it's not.
I don't think any of us are probably good enough to get any copyright nonsense.
The copyright got thrown away.
Oh, good.
It's legal for everybody now. Yeah.
Hooray!
Now when you get sung at in restaurants, they don't have to have some weird, individual one with lots of clapping.
Fair enough.
Hey.
And on that note, would someone like to give us a rundown of what happened last session?
I don't want to do it this time.
Nope, no one would like to.
Hold on, let me cough and then I can...
I don't know, Tahko, you had a lot of interesting things happen.
Yeah,
Maybe you should talk about what you did.
If anyone should talk about what happened last session, it really should be Tahko, so go.
Okay, let me try to remember. We ran over a Yeti's meal, and then the Yeti got scared away by Vulwin, and then we went through the snow, and the sled got blown away, and then we got it back, and got another sled, and then we got to Dugan's Hole, where the leader of Dugan's Hole tried to extort us, and then I killed her, and then Irilyssa brought her back from the dead by saving her at the last minute. And then we ran away, and then we ended up at Goodmead, and that's where we are now. Is that about it?
You forgot the second time you killed her, but yes.
Second time, yeah, tried.
I tried. I didn't do it. Yeah, she got put to sleep.
Also, Irilyssa diffused the issue, thankfully.
Again,
Just making everyone fall asleep.
bless sleep.
It was a really good solution because I was really struggling on how to get you out of this.
Yep.
Yeah. Right, so you are now in Goodmead. If memory serves, you are all downstairs. It's like 1 o'clock in the evening or afternoon because you all slept through the morning into the evening, except for Zagrax, who is still asleep upstairs somewhere.
Yep.
So you are gathered
tired
downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. Did you actually speak to Olivessa today, or was that the previous day?
It was today.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, she was looking for us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I also need to switch the map over to Goodmead. Boop.
Boop.
Boop indeed. And there we go. Goodmead.
Yay.
And I totally forgot to do the intro music, but hey, we can have the Goodmead music instead. I think that's the first time I forgot.
I should probably load up my thing that plays it.
Got it too.
Yeah, I should too. I don't have it either. I have it up in the browser, but I don't have the bit that actually plays sounds.
Yep.
Oh dear.
We're prepared.
We're ready. We're ready. We're ready.
Promotion.
It's fine.
Professional. Has never been claimed.
Okay, apparently it's saying there's going to be an error unless I stop it and then start it again. Okay.
Oh, I hear some clinks.
There we go.
Clink.
We're in business.
You're in business.
Oh, dear.
And on that note, what would you like to do?
Go home.
Go home.
Your home's a pit.
Better than here with those jokes.
It's a strip mine at this point, right?
Yeah.
Hillside's just the pits these days.
I think we've set today's tone right there.
Right.
Yep.
I also want to point out that Irilyssa did say if we have any ideas for her to help Goodmeat, then we can offer them to her. Which Irilyssa did do by offering Hilda, the new disciple of the moon, to take over the Chapel of the Guiding Light. Or
Yes,
into
it-
more of a guiding moon.
No, it's already been
No,
renamed.
it is. It's already been
Yeah.
renamed.
Oh yeah, it was already.
It was the flaming sword before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I
This
see.
town's
Cool.
having hunger issues, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mammoth food.
Yeah.
Well, they could go slaughter Dugan's Hole and get a mammoth worth of food.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That'd help.
Let's see you parlay that.
Yeah, just
Tahko just
suggest that
walks.
to them.
Yeah,
No.
no, Tahko just walks up. He's like, "Kill Dugan's Hole or die."
As we all line up to bonk Tahko because he's dumb.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. Bad.
Yeah.
Taco's a very
during-
good negotiator. It causes conflict. That's about it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. During this, Vulwin would have looked to attempt to try to do some ice fishing, and see if that is possible to get anything good for the town. Just got some downtime right now. It seems like Zagrax sleeping. We've already talked to Irilyssa, so
Okay. Yeah, you absolutely can do that. I think there's even rules for ice fishing.
there is. I think it's even in my background. In fact, the fisher unique ability: harvest the water.
Harvest water.
Okay, so you will require... Oh, just general ice fishing? Yeah, it's not called head trout. That's different. Why don't you go ahead and give me a survival check with advantage, seeing as you have the equipment and the know-how.
Fantastic. All right. Survival advantage. Let's see how it goes with a 16.
16. Okay, so you go out onto the lake. You find a spot which seems to be okay. I don't really know how one chooses where to exactly drill through the ice, but you find the place and you drill through the ice. You put your pole through. Wait a few hours.
Time passes.
Time passes. Exactly. What are the rest of you doing?
Yeah, right.
Staying warm. I'll probably go over the people that we transported here and make sure that their frozen chunks are healing well enough.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Okay. Boom. A wonderful 8.
Okay. Irilyssa, Hilda does ask for your assistance in, like, setting up the chapel, so that would be that.
Of course.
That's good.
I'm going to actually give her my vestments, one of the blocks of incense I have, and the candles that I have.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I guess we light the candles and make the place smell nice.
There's a bit more to it than that, but you're on the right track.
And with that, give me a religion check
Oh boy.
with advantage. I mean, this is your jam.
Yeah, sure.
Advantage. And go. A 19.
Oof. It's a good thing you had advantage. Make sure to put the candles directly underneath the curtains of the windows.
Yeah.
Then this really will be a Chapel of the Guiding Light.
Right.
A light for all to see.
For one night. So yes,
But by golly, they will see it.
you're able to give her like the basic rundown in A, the tenets of your religion, B, what she's kind of expected to do as one of the adherents. I mean, she's very much an acolyte at this point. Not much more than a like churchgoer or a layman than anyone else, but she seems interested and dedicated enough, and she's certainly been inspired by having seen what you yourself can do. So yeah, you're able to like get this place started. It is still a ruin. There is still a lot of work to do, but leading through example, and then also just some of the townsfolk seeing Hilda's dedication to what she's bringing to the town now, you do get a couple of villagers coming in to give a hand with at least rebuilding the place, even if they don't show that much interest in the religious aspects itself. Like they see this as a beacon of hope, a beacon of better things to come, and they rally around that pretty strongly. Meanwhile, Tahko, you are tending to the frostbitten people. You do unfortunately have to amputate one leg. One person was unable to make it all the way without injury, and there are like one or two people who are losing a couple of fingers and toes, more importantly the toes.
Leg though? Oh, it's awful.
Gangrene set in, and you got to cut it away before the poison infects the blood. However, you are assisted in this by Nin. He does, while not the official like city doctor, he does realize that there are medical things happening, and he is quite eager to practice.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay.
He can't save the leg either.
Unfortunately not. You actually, I mean, it's cut below the knee, and you suspect you probably would have done it higher up, but with Nin's guidance, you're able to like cut away some of the diseased flesh. So at least he's got the joint that he can use.
Okay, get him a peg leg, make him look cool. Fair enough.
And yeah, Carpenter is willing to try and put a peg leg together for that.
Nice. Good.
While you're doing that, you do go and get supplies from Nin's house, and you realize that his back garden has been turned into a cemetery.
Oh, how many bodies are back there?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, okay. 17.
There are probably about 7 or 8 gravestones, like crude ones.
Okay. All right. Huh.
Okay.
I'll ask him about, has he been tending to the dead as well? Or just taking care of people?
It is my payment. Any who are deceased in the town are brought to me for proper burial.
Ah, okay. Okay. If it's got to deal with the town, that's fine by me.
Elora, what are you up to?
Oh, so Zagrax is still asleep, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nobody's woken him
I
up
think-
yet.
She's thinking about waking him up, but I think first she's going to talk to if like the kitchen staff or the bar man, whoever is willing to talk to her about like what the food situation is really like, why they're not getting enough food, like are there not enough caravans going out, or is it just that there's too many people?
Oh, it's
That sort of thing.
It's people, really. We get a little bit of hunting going on in the woods. We got a little bit of fishing going out in the lake, but there's only so many people who actually know how to do that, and we've got a real influx of other people. Many of them are farmers, and you can't really farm in this environment right now. It's definitely the farmers who've been suffering the most.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder if there's any way to start to train them, since, you know, what else are you going to do if you can't farm?
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many boats that we can send out on the lake at any one time. Obviously, you've got to have a skilled hand, otherwise they'll just sink in the ice.
Yeah.
We've been putting labour to work where we can, like dragging them across the ice to where they can actually sail. Otherwise, be honest, they're just kind of hanging around town eating us dry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not ideal. I had another question. Maybe you would know, or maybe I should go ask Irilyssa. Is housing an issue? Maybe I would have seen that one coming in.
Well, I
There
mean,
aren't enough houses.
proper tough structures, sure. Goodmead was pretty prosperous already, and we didn't really have many empty buildings like I understand there are in some of the other 10 towns. Those that are coming in tend to be staying in tents. We found ways of insulating it, like piling the snow up on the roof. Provides a bit more heat that stays locked in. But having all these extra people does mean that we're cutting down an awful lot of trees, which could cause problems in the future. It isn't yet,
Yeah.
but it might.
One of the people we saved is actually a carpenter. Maybe they could actually be able to use the wood more efficiently, so you're not just chopping down a ton of trees for no reason.
I mean, anyone who's got artisaning skills
Yeah.
definitely sought after here.
Yeah. Well, I'll go talk to him and let him know that his skills are needed. So at least will be maybe less of an issue. But
Okay.
okay.
I
All right.
mean-
Well, that's as much as. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Your idea about training's not a bad one. It's just
Yeah.
we don't have the skills ourselves, and those that do are
Yeah.
out, getting the food.
Actually hunting. You're right. I'm gonna do a think on that, and I'll come back to you.
All right.
Okay. And at this point, she's gonna go wake up Stacker.
Okay. Meanwhile, Vulwin, you do manage to pull up a couple of fish. I'm going to say you get about 3 rations worth of fish, and you do actually get like 2 other people kind of standing over you watching, not really doing much else, but just kind of seeing what you're doing. They'd been amongst the crews that were dragging the fishing boats out to the thawed out bit of the lake, and like on the way back they'd kind of seen you in the middle of the ice and just were curious. So, what you doing there?
Fishing.
But where's the water?
He points like down below, under the ice. It can't all be ice.
Oh, well, you mean you broke through the ice?
Yeah, one of those things. And he points to the ice drill that's kind of like sitting aside from the hole.
And he kind of takes
You
3 or
just
4
gotta-
steps back from you. It's like, but don't that make it a bit dangerous?
Nope, not at all. And he starts like pounding his foot on the ice.
Then you fall in.
Well, the hole's not that big. How big do you think the drill is? That's gonna make that hole.
You're all right. You're all right. You
Yeah.
kind of pound on it, and he kind of steps back a few more paces, and then sees that nothing untoward happens, and he kind of edges a bit closer again, still keeping a healthy distance to you. All right, and I guess you just got a rod, and you put it through the hole and see what catches.
Yeah, like you'd fish, like fishing, just in the ice, in a hole in the ice.
And the fish aren't frozen.
No, not if you get past the ice.
And how deep does it go?
Well, probably to the bottom, all the way to the bottom. I'm sure this is pretty deep. but you don't need to go that far.
But
Maybe a couple feet down.
if it's frozen all the way to the bottom, then surely the fish are frozen too.
No, the water goes to the bottom, but the ice is only going to be so deep. Maybe a couple feet.
Right. And what about that gizmo over there? And he kind of nods towards the drill. How's it work?
He'll walk over. He'll set his the fishing rod and tackle stuff, and kind of latch it onto his backpack there, and he'll walk over and just pick it up, and he'll go over to another spot that's a bit further away, not to drill too close, same spot, and look, you just kind of fasten it into the ice. You get an initial, it takes a little bit of force, and he starts to actually turn it to get kind of a pilot hole start to drill. Then you just kind of do the same thing and drill down until you see the water start to bubble up through the ice.
Wouldn't it be?
You'll know, trust me.
Wouldn't it be easier just to use a pickaxe?
Well, if you want to go in with it, yeah.
How's that
Could
different?
crack the whole ice, actually.
All right. You
Well,
mind if,
smaller hole, less chance to break the rest of the stuff around it.
mind if I give it a go?
Here, I don't see why not.
And he goes
And
over
he'll
to-
kind of watch, but
initially he starts turning it the wrong way, so the ice just kind of puffs up rather than drilling into anything. But you put him right and show him how it works. Give me another survival check.
okay. Is this one with advantage?
No, just normal.
Okay. 17.
Okay. This one actually seems to catch on pretty quickly to how the drill itself works, the auger works, and might actually be able to drill through the ice a bit quicker than you usually do.
Seems like you got the right of it there.
And you think that more of these things will be available in town?
Do I recall any shops in town that would actually have something like that?
I mean, nothing you saw, but then you weren't really looking.
Yeah. Well, you don't have a smith in town, do you?
Not set up at the moment, but one of those that came in might be a smith, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, maybe you will be lucky about that, but I don't know. You go shop to shop. I'm sure you know this town better than I do. Are you new to town, or did you live in Goodmead?
Nah, I'm pretty new here. Came from one of the farms outside of Bryn Shander. Working as a farmhand all my life. It's a bit different.
Yeah, everything's a bit different now.
And Joe over
But,
there, he came from East Haven, didn't you, Joe? Yeah, came from East Haven.
How long ago did you come from East Haven? How's it going over there?
I've only been here a few days. Not too good, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, the last time we were over there, you were burning somebody on a pyre.
Oh, yeah.
Still
the
doing that?
Well, he was a murderer, weren't he? He burned murderers.
Yeah,
Stop
that's
the
what we
murders.
heard.
Didn't stop the murders, though. Lots of fishermen are still being...
Still being missing.
He
Are
kind
they
of
showing up at all?
makes a motion in front of his neck again, reinforcing that... Yeah, I mean... They're dead, ain't they? They ain't shown up.
Vulwin just kind of shrugs.
Oh, no. We didn't kill them. We just reckon they been killed. It's one of the reasons I kind of fancied getting away from there if everyone just turned up dead.
I just kind of gonna give him a little insight roll on that to see if I'm feeling. What is he? Some escaping murderers here? How does a 23 feel on that?
Oh wow!
He seems to be a not very bright person who
Okay.
seems to be honest in what he's saying, not really realizing that turning up dead, it doesn't really cover it for people that go missing, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bless that guy talking himself into a corner.
right. Wasn't me. I just left.
Hey, we just killed some guys who happened to try and kill us. It's no big deal. It's fine.
I just left and then the murder stopped. I can't explain it.
Well, you did witness them because you were there. If they're still happening, never mind.
Right.
Yeah. Thanks. It's. He stops for a moment and just. Well, we might head up that way. Maybe we'll take a look into it.
Well, there are a couple of other families from Easthaven around. If you want to ask them more questions, guess they'd answer. Not much else to do.
Okay. You know where they're staying or their names or anything? Somewhere we could find them.
Ask around for a guy called Brad. He usually speaks for them. For us.
All right. All right, Brad. Got it.
Yeah, Brad from East.
And I should tell him Joe sent me.
Hey, you probably don't know who I am. You can say
Yeah,
what
I
you
don't know.
like.
Well, I mean, if he knows you.
He might.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you drill holes too?
Kind of seeing the awkwardness. The other guy's like, "Hey, Joe, we should probably go." He's like, "Yeah, all right, and okay,
Job's done.
all right.
Work.
I don't want to do this."
And they're gone.
And they're gone.
Found a witch. May we burn her?
Wonderful. Yeah, I'll go back and finish up the fishing.
Yeah, okay. So I'll say that you probably spend another 2 hours or so out there, so you'll get back about 4.
Okay. Oh, just in time for Zagrax to get up. Perfect.
Probably. Like, nobody's woken you up yet, so Zagrax, go ahead and roll me a d6.
Let's see.
Didn't Elora wake him up?
At some point, she was gonna go up, but she was like trying to gather information on things.
Oh.
Okay, well, I mean,
a while.
you actually wake up just 1 hour later, so 2 o'clock or so.
Oh,
Hooray.
never mind.
You wake
So,
up.
yeah, I was gonna say at that point I'd probably just walk right past Elora as she and exit my room as Elora's coming up to wake me up. I would think.
Yeah, she's like, oh,
Right as you enter the room to go wake him up, he's dreaming of assassins and wakes up on his own.
Sword goes flying through the air, completely whiffs everything.
oh, you're awake now. That's good. I was
What time is
feeling
it?
okay. I don't know. It's like what, 2, 3?
Man, apparently pulling that sled took more out of me than I thought.
Yeah, but you did good. That was a good thing that you did.
Thankfully, everybody's still here.
Yeah.
Zagrax.
I don't know if they. Yeah.
Sorry, give me a perception check, Zagrax.
Okay. I don't know why. It's not bad.
Gosh.
Okay. You notice that the lantern at Laura's side is flashing.
Oh, your email.
But
I have a text
that
message.
your lantern's Raven.
Raven.
A bird?
Is it one? I'd laugh so hard if it was multiple colors.
It's actually going red, blue, green, red,
Oh,
blue,
Gosh, it
Green.
is.
It is raving.
Red.
Yes.
blue, green.
there's a
Okay.
party going on.
It's not like
Uh-huh.
quick. It's like it stays in that color for 2 or 3 seconds and kind of fades into the next one.
Oh, okay. It's like nice,
Yeah.
Maybe it's a roulette. Maybe it's a roulette for your next hair color.
right? Elora will look down and say, "Oh, I'm gonna assume that means I should go in there, right?"
Zagrax just kind of like looks at you like it's a lantern you can go in. Like, I don't know what. I don't know anything about
Well-
this.
I'll go into the room and do that, so I'm not just like in a lantern.
See ya.
Okay.
But go and help. Go and see if you can figure out how to help these people. They need food. They need
Mm-hmm.
shelters.
They did mention some of that. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll let, if I run into anybody else from the party, I'll let them know that you're in the lantern.
Thanks. Appreciate it. And then yeah, she'll shut the door.
Best of luck.
Right. And she'll go in there.
All right.
Into her lantern.
And then we are going to go into a different chat. Huzzah!
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, fun.
The old drag drop.
Okay.
Okay.
So you flash into the lantern, and Idawash is indeed in the lantern. He's kind of dressed in a bit of a... He's got like an apron on, and he's wiping down some of the cushions with an oversized feather duster. And he's got his back to you at the moment.
Elora will quietly say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I never got a chance to clean up."
Yes, it is quite clear that you need to take a bit better care of this place. Just because
Yeah,
it is
I'm
a
sorry.
different dimension does not mean that there is no dust.
Yeah, no dust, or I think I was bleeding one time. I'm sorry.
Yes, I did wonder what this red here was. Very
Yeah,
very
it
difficult to
seems-
clean. He kind of clicks his fingers and it just disappears.
I can see that took a lot of effort. She like smiles, but no. She says, "I'm sorry that I wasn't dusting it. It's but it has saved my life, so I'm very grateful for it still."
But of course. So, Oral's focus lies elsewhere at the moment, and I have taken this moment of respite to speak to those who assist. So tell me, how are you helping?
Well, we have been trying to. Well, we were trying to go south to try to help the girl that is hearing noises in her head. We helped her before, and now we're trying to help her again. But we got sidetracked as we found a bunch of mind-controlled slaves by the Durgar, and we saved as many refugees as we could and brought them back to Goodmead. And now we're trying to figure out how to help Goodmead out in a way that they will have enough food to survive. And we also managed to stop Tahko from beating up people that he shouldn't have beat up. So we're still on the track for good, I think.
It certainly sounds like all of you except perhaps this Tahko. Speaking of the lack of food here, the last time you freed me, I spent a little bit of time exploring the tundra, seeing what was different. And
Oh,
there was a thing which got my interest. There is something near East Haven which has drawn the attention of one with a ravenous hunger. Maybe this is something you seek.
it's something that is trying to eat.
Yes. Or it has drawn something which tries to eat.
Okay. She is thinking really hard about it, then just nods. Okay. Well, we were planning to go to East Haven anyway. So perhaps it's worth checking out.
Then this is good.
Yeah.
And he
Thank
kind
you.
of pauses for a moment and looks around like, she's returning soon. Elora, I must stress this. A storm is coming on the back of black wings. Find relief in avarice, the roar of a bear, by the word of a beggar, or through the cold touch of a friend. And then with that, he disappears.
He's like, I didn't have time to write all that down.
I'll send it to you.
Oh, thank you. No. Her look was just like, oh, I'm gonna have to remember that. Oh, okay, bye. She like waves.
And as you wave, you kind of a piece of hair falls into your eye, and you realise, it's blonde now.
Okay. She's blonde now. All right. That's a new assignment for me. Okay. She'll sit there thinking about the information, and a few minutes later she'll pop out and go find Zagrax.
Okay, I'll bring us back. All right, we're back.
Quick, hide the cookies.
Hello,
No.
everyone.
So, Elora finds you, Zagrax, probably about 15 minutes later or so.
Okay, I was just should probably find me at the all the people from Hillside. I doubt I'd get through talking to all of them and making sure they're okay after 15 minutes.
Okay, so you're there with Tahko and Nin, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, so Tahko, Zagrax, you notice Elora returns. She now has blonde hair and seems to be about a foot taller.
But taller.
What?
What?
Okay, so how tall were you beforehand?
Oh god, she's so tall now.
I was
She's
gonna like,
6'4".
are you now? I have a feeling it's one
Wait.
of those like we probably hear you say something and we turn around and we're like eyes down, like expecting to find you dead, and you're like, wait,
Yo,
just like eye to eye to
she's
us now.
she's like the same height as Vulwin now, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, how tall are you?
I'm trying to remember.
No,
She's 6'4" now. Tall is how tall she is.
6'4". Okay, she's not taller than Zagrax, but that would have been one of those like, what? Huh?
I don't think she
Oh.
would have even noticed until she saw you guys either.
Okay,
Oh, you would notice
Honestly.
immediately.
yeah, I was gonna say.
I know,
The world
she-
gets smaller, but
6'4".
the
I think
thing
most
is,
dwarf.
I do this all the time where I'm on such tunnel vision where like I'm just not even paying attention. I'm just trying to find Zagrax.
That's
Yeah, and you're also thinking over things, so yes.
Yeah, I have a lot
yeah.
on my brain.
you're an autopilot.
Yeah. Yeah, and so she's like, "Oh, hi."
Turn.
what
Your
happened?
hair changed again.
Yeah, I had a meeting with Idwash, so it happens. She just shrugs.
You're getting bigger. Like
Yeah,
a lot
I had a
bigger.
growth spurt.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Apparently,
Do half elves have growth spurts?
I don't think. I mean, it's the same way a human would, I think.
I don't know that.
Oh,
That's it.
And neither of you guys really know. So,
Yeah, that's just.
I've never seen a human that's tall.
well, no, I've seen a human.
He's not
that's
very
tall,
often.
but it's not common.
Yeah, I would say it's fairly rare, especially in Icewind, where nourishment sources aren't exactly plentiful, so people just aren't as big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
But it's okay. I'll get used to it. Weird
Well.
seeing you guys not having to crane my neck.
Yeah,
Well, now we're really the party of titans.
yeah, it's true.
But did you find anything interesting other than him just changing your hair color on a whim again?
Yeah. There are important things that I should talk to you guys about later with everybody, but the main thing is I think we want to go to East Haven. I think something we're seeking there. I think we'll find something important there.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
That might
I know-
have to do with feeding people, but I'm not totally sure on that one. I kind of
Okay.
don't think it does.
Ah, mixed signals.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Definitely seems like there's a fair few people from East Haven around, so there's that many people leaving. Something's got to be up.
That's true.
And I would say that Zagrax, so walking around, you would have heard different accents, because East Haven is a fairly obvious one. But you're Zagrax, you probably haven't.
Oh heck no. Nope. There's people and they're talking. That's about it.
They sound funny.
Oh no, I didn't even pick up on that. They're just saying words. I mean, I haven't picked up on what they're saying. They're just talking. Background noise.
Yeah.
Those are words. I know those.
I'm not paying attention to any of them though. Yeah. This low wisdom is brutal.
Yeah. You can't interact with your world if you can't perceive it.
Hey, can't hurt you if you can't see it's there.
No, it
That's how
still
that
can.
works. That's how it works. Half the time I don't even know if Owen hits me. He's probably shot at me a billion times and I only noticed a handful.
We're all actively trying to kill you. You just haven't
Yeah.
killed one yet.
You'll know when
Yep.
you'll know when I actually hit you.
It's a super long con. Y'all are actually assassins and I just haven't picked up on
Yeah.
it yet.
Yeah, I only saved you because I didn't want other people to take my target. So
Makes sense.
We're just crap assassins.
Yeah. Even with all that, Vulwin's still Zagrax's best friend.
Oh.
Yep.
He's tried to kill me the most, therefore he's obviously
Hey,
the bestest friend.
Look, you've unintentionally tried to kill me just as much. It's okay. Avalanches, etc.
I was gonna argue, but touche.
Oh, I gotta kill everybody.
Right.
Yeah, we save each other and put each other in mortal danger. It's perfect.
That's how it works. It all evens
Have
out.
you guys? I mean, I can do it too. Have you guys asked what these people's professions were before they became, mind-controlled slaves?
I would assume I'd know a fair few of them, being that I, grew up there.
So tell me, Zagrax, what kind of industries did Hillside have?
Did you ever observe that as a child?
I mean, they had a tavern, and I would assume the rest of it's probably just hunters and, maybe a farmer or two or some stuff. Very small town.
Yeah, interestingly, Hillside not known for mining. There was no mine there before. So it probably would be like shepherding, sheep type wool trade, seeing as you're up on a hill.
That's what you think about when you think of Dragonborn. A bunch of shepherds.
Well, they're not all Dragonborn. I mean, there are notably more Dragonborn there than many other places in Icewind, but it's still mixed, mostly human and Dragonborn.
Yeah, so
Actually,
other than carpenter.
Just out of interest, Zagrax, give me a history check.
Hey!
Okay.
Hey!
bad.
You don't know a huge amount about Hillside's history, but you do know that the reason that there are so many Dragonborn there is because one of the Redhead tribes settled, and that's where they settled.
Oh, makes sense now.
And it was only a generation or two ago.
Did you say redhead tribes? They're a bunch of
Redhead,
ginger?
as in the Redhead Glacier
Red-
nomads.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Redhead is the general name for the nomadic peoples of this region.
Oh, okay. I had no idea. Cool.
Human and Goliath, so you would definitely know that, Tahko.
Okay. Which,
Wait, if they're human and Goliath, why are they Dragonborn?
That you don't know. Not with the 13.
Perfect! It's one of those when you grow up somewhere and that's just the norm, you don't question it.
Yep.
It's probably more of a why are there not more Dragonborn around everywhere else? Probably how Zagrax has been for a long time.
If you noticed.
If I noticed, I probably didn't. Too busy not noticing things to notice things.
So, I'm going to just, in the interest of moving time ahead, we'll say that Zagrax, Tahko, Elora, you're helping out with the townsfolk that just arrived. Was there anything specific that you two wanted to do as Tahko's doing the medical stuff?
I probably would more have been trying my best to educate the hillside people if they wanted to stay in good meat or where, arguably the best spot to go would be Bryn Shander. And just trying to help them figure out what they want to do now that they're not mind controlled.
hearing some of the other things that other townsfolk coming, or refugees that are in this area, they came from Bryn Shander because Bryn Shander wasn't very welcoming. It's over capacity.
Oh, great. All right.
I mean, not hostile in the way of a certain other town, but kind of like we would welcome you, but there is literally no space. So go south. We've heard good things about good meat.
Okay.
Elora will at some point talk to the carpenter and say that they need like someone with the know-how to make housing for all these new refugees, and you might be the person for the task if you want to stay here.
Oh, well, at the moment they got me making legs. But
Chairs?
making houses. Well, that's what I took the idea from. It's just an old chair leg that I the top and added a bit of a leather case to it.
Oh, okay. That's really nice.
I'll do what I can. But yeah, housing. It's a bit of a bigger project. Be quite labour intensive, but as long as you've got one or two skilled people who can show how it's done, the rest of it's just busy work.
Yeah. I feel like there must be at least 2 other skilled people around here that could learn or has the skills. So, yeah. I think that would be really helpful around here.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Anywhere in particular you want these places established?
Oh, you should talk to the speaker about that because I don't know.
Right, yeah. Speaker would be a good one to talk to. And who is that?
Her name is Irilyssa. And she'll describe what she looks like.
Giant olive.
I don't.
Do we know where
she
she lives?
I don't. She
Nope.
lives. Nope. I'll say that she comes to the mead hall quite often. So.
You probably do actually know. I mean, there was a more impressive structure on the south coast, which is weirdly marked as Speaker's House.
Oh, it is. She does have a speaker's house.
Hey, I don't scroll that far down. Okay.
No, me either. I had to look. So it's not that you've been introduced to it, but you kind of know it as the town hall. Although this town doesn't really need a town hall because it's got the mead hall. But if it did, that's where the bureaucratic civic hub is. Okay,
she'll direct him to there then.
All right, I'll go and have a word with Irilyssa.
Irilyssa. Yeah.
Irilyssa. Once I've done the leg.
Yeah, of course.
It's back to kind of just whittling a bit.
Yeah, it's fine. He had a really rough. He can have a day of rest, right? So.
Yeah. I say these people got ran ragged in the freezing cold and arguably nothing more than rags for a few days.
Yeah. I'm not going to be mad at them for wanting to just sit.
And he does seem to be pretty comfortable just with sitting under a tree or something, just whittling away at this old chair leg, trying to make it a better shape for a peg leg.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Just leave it as a table leg.
That was her main thing, because she's not sure what to do about the hunting thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much after that, getting everybody up from the hillside crew settled, Zagrax probably just kind of wander and do manual labor stuff. Pick up the heavy things in high places that a lot of people probably can't.
Yeah.
So we'll say by about 5 o'clock, you're starting to get hungry and you're kind of individually, but at the same time making your way back to the mead hall. Vulwin, you return with your catch. Irilyssa, you're finished up with the Chapel of the Guiding Light for the day, leaving Hilda behind to kind of continue making it her own. And the rest of you head to the mead hall.
Do we, during the day, do I run across Irilyssa again at any point?
I mean, if you're not specifically seeking her out, then no, but you kind of see her every now and then kind of zooming around. She's very much hands-on with keeping things moving.
I'll interject and say I want to talk to her at some point.
Oh, yes, of course. How can I help?
I was thinking that you could have your hunters take a few farmers and simply teach them how to reset traps. One farmer could be responsible for 3 traps that they reset in the local area. That way your hunters can travel out further during the day.
Interesting, yes. I know a large part of their time is spent doing traps. We did actually send some of the newcomers with the hunters, but that just had the effect of scaring the prey away and made the hunters far less effective. But if they're just doing trapping rather than actually stalking, I like it.
Good. Glad I could help.
Thank you. She kind of bustles away again. And you do notice, like, almost immediately she does go over to a group of hunters of carrying in a deer on a stave slung between them, and she kind of talks a few times, points over towards you, points at a group of the refugees kind of standing around, and gets a couple of nods in reaction, then she zooms off somewhere else.
All right, good. Very effective leadership. Immediate response.
She's a busy lady.
All right.
I mean, she's basically in charge of a boom town at this point, so yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
All they're lacking is the finance.
Okay.
Not in be continuous dire straits, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, we did kind of toss a... No, they gave us gold. Never mind. I was like, there's a lot of gold handoff when we got the crew of people to show up and the guards and stuff.
But even the refugees are still bringing money. It's just that they don't have food. So the town's probably still getting quite wealthy. It's just...
It's one of those where
in the long
there's,
run.
there's just not a lot of food anywhere, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the economy of this place is entirely settled around the meat hall, so those who are related in application to the meat hall are probably doing okay for themselves, but that's only a portion. Like, probably the beekeepers are doing well, the wait staff are doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe the, not cobblers, the, whoever it is that makes the barrels, coopers.
Coopers. Well, they probably don't need barrels anymore because they're getting drained fast enough.
That's true.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, there is definitely a trickle of the economy going on. It's not quite reaching the refugees. The refugees are very much the ones pouring the cash in at the moment. That's just how it happens in situations like this.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, you all gather once again in the meat hall. Probably Elora, Tahko, Zagrax there before the other two come wandering in. I'll let you interject whenever you think you arrive.
Oh, well, it's been a good long day of helping out. I think we're probably going to head out tomorrow or this afternoon, this evening.
It may have been a long day for you, but it feels like I just woke up.
It's
But,
good.
touche.
Yeah, you really had a long sleep there.
I think considering how hard we pushed ourselves the last couple of days, it probably wouldn't hurt to stay another night to
Yeah,
rebalance before heading out.
I agree. I think we should head during the day anyway. It just
I still need to buy surplus supplies as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think they
Alright.
have much here.
well, they might. We just have to pay more, you know.
Double the coin. That's okay. We have plenty of coin.
50%,
That's true.
not double.
Oh, okay.
While you guys are discussing, you see the door open and Vulwin walks in, kind of pats some snow off him as he gets in, and he spots you guys. Hope you're hungry.
Always.
Yes.
And he has like a small tie together line of 3 fish. It's like a little neatly wrapped pack. By neatly wrapped, I mean they're just wrapped together. And are you guys at a table?
Well, hey.
Are you guys at a table right
yeah,
now?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he'll walk up and just set them on the table.
Oh, well,
Oh,
you might want to hand up to the guy to cook them first. I don't want to eat them, just frozen and raw.
yeah.
They're
But
not
thank you.
frozen. And just checking if you're hungry.
That's a real
Yeah,
skill,
yeah.
though, Vulwin. Did you teach other people how to do that? Or will you? Because they probably need that around here.
Met 2 people from East Haven. I think they could learn how to do it. Just would be a matter of if this town has supplies for it. Specifically the ice cracker.
There's a rather fancy tool.
Yeah, does this place have any smiths? I don't recall last time.
Not that I've seen.
Doesn't seem so. But I don't know. We could ask.
Well, if they did, they might be able to figure out how to make it.
Yeah. Or maybe they could go get them from another town.
Yeah, probably East Haven.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, I think that's where we need to head next. Since I'll talk later.
Yeah, I agree. Have you spoken to Brad yet?
Who's Brad?
Yeah, I don't know either. But
What?
there was a
It's a really bad joke.
he just kind of looks at you like no. A group of people from East Haven came over here. I guess the two I met on the ice said to speak to Brad. I guess he speaks for him. We can find out a little bit more before we head back. See what's going on. But it doesn't sound like the Fishers have had a better fare of it. They're still showing up missing. And by showing up, I guess I mean not at all.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what missing means.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Laura says.
At about that time, Irilyssa will peek her head in and look around for you guys.
Can you wait?
Wait.
A giant
Elora, are you
Goliath
sitting down
starts
right
waving
now?
at you.
Yeah, Elora's sitting.
Colin kind of like looking over here. Is like, oh, new hair.
And taller.
Yeah, I had a
Yeah,
conversation.
Zagrax, did you get shorter?
It wash. Oh yeah, I got a whole body transformation. Ta-da!
You stand up like, oh no,
yeah,
you
she
get,
stands up.
oh you got taller.
Yeah.
Yeah, Irilyssa, you see Tahko waving, and like standing next to him is this tall blonde.
Yeah.
How
All right.
did you?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
I didn't. Well, I had
Her
a conversation
lantern
with
was
Idwatch.
her lantern was
how
raven
it goes.
for a second, and she went in and came back out tall and blonde.
Huh. He kind of like sits down. I was like, what does a bird have to do with this?
What does what have to do with this?
He just kind of mumbles and grumbles that,
Oh.
but doesn't make any sense.
You clearly
Well.
never mind.
Well, if it's too much that I'm tall, next time I'll ask to be short again.
No. It's a welcome change. It's nice to be eye to eye with you.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't have to like my neck suddenly doesn't hurt anymore.
Maybe I
yeah,
might lose you less when we're traveling. I doubt it though.
Maybe. Are you gonna give those fish to the cook so we can eat, or should I do it?
Nah, I got it. He's gonna like reach back across the table where he set it and stand up and go bring it over to the counter.
Okay.
And
I guess he'll request some fish stew or something.
the inn's quite happy to cook him up, either for payment for cooking it, which I'll say is like 5 copper, or if you give him one of the fish, they'll do the other 2 for you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, which one?
5 copper it is.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, we already paid for meals for like the week. We could just give them all the fish and have them cook it for us.
Yeah, I don't know about your tab. Not entirely.
Just take it out of a different meal.
Yeah, 5 copper. Here's 5 copper.
Okay.
And by the way, he just gives a silver piece because he's got no copper on him. It's just like, here.
Right, Oh,
You,
well,
you,
thank
you can keep the rest. Yeah.
Always appreciate your custom. How would you like it? Stewed, fried, filleted, battered,
I don't know. Chunk it so we can eat it. That's fine.
Raw on
Chunked.
rice.
chunked it is. Oi! Chef person whose name I always forget because you're new. Chunk these these chips, I almost said. Chunk these fish. And yeah, they get done, and probably 20 minutes later they get brought out to you again on a plate of very hard bread with like chunks of fish steaming on top.
Yeah.
They do have a nice little like marinade on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honey man.
It is
Warm,
honey.
warm
honey.
food's better than cold food.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, they
Yeah.
are in fact just honey glazed chunks of fish.
Way worse things.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's a good thing for every now and again, but I have a feeling this gets old really quickly.
Yeah.
It's pretty
At
sweet.
least it's no calories.
I mean, I wouldn't complain about it. It keeps you alive, right?
That it does.
Thank you.
Yep.
I will eat.
Yes. Thank you for dinner, Vulwin.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't find any more. I didn't want to stay out there the whole night.
Fair enough.
I think that's fair. I don't really know how that works, but I feel like it's not a super easy task to get fish out of frozen water.
Frozen
Well,
water.
like I told the other guy, it's not the frozen water. It's beneath it. The
Yeah, I
stuff
was
that's
wondering why
not
they weren't
frozen.
frozen. So it's warmer under the ice than on top of the ice.
Yeah. Oh, he just like starts to stuff the food, and I was like, yup.
Well, it's a shame we can't all breathe underwater. We can just go down there where it's warm, right?
No, it's not exactly warmer. It's still cold.
Well, it's ice and snow up here, and it's not down there, so it's got to be at least warmer than freezing, right?
Relatively, I guess.
Okay.
The water's still cold.
Right.
It doesn't sound like a fun time to me.
Well, that's because we don't live underwater.
Yeah.
Sure, it's fine for folks that do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we have a tasty meal. It was an awkward conversation.
Yeah. Elora
Yeah.
does tell everybody again that she needs to talk to you guys, but she doesn't want to do it out in the open just because she isn't sure how dire the information is,
Is it
how
secret?
secret it is. She doesn't know.
Doesn't know. Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't know. So just in case.
And at this point,
Should probably go around
Danica comes in and sits as well.
Hey.
the group. Hello.
Yeah, fish
Hello.
chunks.
Oh, thank you.
He like points in her direction.
What have I done? What are my fish chunks? No, she
No.
gives you a nod and appreciatively starts wolfing these chunks of glazed fish down.
Great.
Vulwin just starts calling Danica fish chunks.
She's just like, what did I do? Why'd you call me that?
That's
Oh.
I mean, there was definitely the slight hesitation before she realised and then started eating. She's intelligent,
Yeah. Hey, some things just catch you off guard, though.
yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Especially when you have a bit more of an anxious personality like she definitely does.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your plans, Danica? Heading back to Bryn Shander?
I don't really know. Are we not going south anymore?
I
afraid
think there's
not, no.
something urgent that needs to be taken care of in East Haven. But I do want to go south, because I feel really, really bad about bringing you all the way here.
Well, it has been an adventure, but I think I should return to the farm and make sure my friends there are okay.
I think they'll be fine. They are, native to the wild.
A snowball hits you in the face, Tahko.
Yep. I don't even know how they brought that in here. It's warm. Anyway.
They follow from time to time, and there is one just sitting on her shoulder right now.
Zagrax is going to wave at it.
Hopefully they can keep you safe on the travel.
They may have some tricks they can share with me, and I'm
Good.
not without my own abilities. Just be very quiet.
Are you sure you want to go alone? You might be able to get some people to go with you.
I don't think I really have the means to hire them to do that.
I mean, we could help you have the means to do that.
No. I really can't call on your niceness any further. You've already done so much for me.
Are you sure? We dragged you all around. And I feel kind of bad about that.
It was an adventure, and I got to study some stones.
And we may not have stopped the voices, but at least with that crystal, you're doing better, correct?
Yes, I can control them. Instead of a booming voice in my head, it's more like a buzz.
Good. So crisis averted.
I would still like to investigate this at some point, but my sanity is no longer as in question.
Well,
She offers you a wry smile.
Your sanity's
Well,
just back down with the rest of us.
Yeah, looks like you sleep at least. That's good.
Yes, and that is a real relief, and thank you for that. Tahko especially, thank you for... She kind of pats the inside of her robe.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Don't lose them.
I won't. And if I can be of any assistance, then do let me know. You know where to find me. And she kind of just puts her head down, just shovels in a couple more bits of fish without looking up.
Yeah.
So is now the time to ask Vulwin why he can talk to Yetis?
We could now.
Perhaps if Vulwin wants to
Is
give
now a
up
good
that
time?
information,
Is now a good time or not Yeti?
Not Yeti.
Not a Yeti.
It's not?
Oh, my
It's
soul.
not.
Vulwin just has to connect to nature, and that's as simple as that. Kind of gives you this weird look.
And isn't it? Look.
Well, not entirely. I grew up out in the tundra with a pack of them. Maybe they mistook me for one of their tykes, but I didn't know any different. So yeah, I was living on instinct, but they took care of me.
You were raised by Yetis.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not what Toril said. I'm not what a Furbolg.
Yeah, but you were raised by Yetis.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised you closed the door when you leave. That's picked up very good manners.
Thanks.
Wait.
I learned that.
Who said that you're a Furbolg?
Toril.
I don't know who that is. Do I?
Probably not, actually.
She's looking at him like, did you mention that before?
No, he's never mentioned. Honestly, actually, he's never mentioned the name of anyone ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the first time you've heard him mention a name, and the name is Toril.
Oral.
Mention the
Yeah.
name of anybody besides the party or people we're directly interfacing with.
Yeah. Who is that then? If you don't mind sharing.
I learned from bit of a, what do you call it, academic,
Oh,
excellent linguist, pretty confident, terrible at talking. Well, conversation, anyways.
Did they raise you after the Yetis did?
He kind of like pauses for a moment. I got separated from the pack. The avalanche over on the far side of the mire, over near Lonelywood, set me adrift on an ice floe.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess you could say that.
And this
But,
person found you and what, taught you to speak the common tongue?
Well, he didn't find me, but he did teach me.
Okay.
I see. Did you find him?
No, I didn't find him either.
Okay.
Uh,
Everything's starting to make some
group
sense.
of them. Yeah, a group of them found me. Living in the Lonelywood.
You must have been very young. I can't imagine they go out of their way to help a wild man.
A group of who?
Yeah, help. Yeah,
People?
that'd be. I don't think that'd be the word for it, Tahko.
No.
Oh. Well, now this she whispers.
Well, thank you for sharing, Vulwin. At least nice to know a little bit more about you.
Yeah. Well, hey. I guess I benefited at the end of it, right? They made it a competition to see if they could teach you everything they knew, and I guess they won. Well, some of them won the bet, anyways. He kind of has like a wry smirk, which kind of just fades away after a moment.
Which is totally something Vulwin does not do very often ever.
So it was a competition to tame you, basically?
That's a very blunt way of putting it.
Yeah,
Well,
a few of them took the bet they could win it, and they're the ones who won, I guess.
we would have rather stayed with the Yetis.
I don't know. Two different lives to me. Couldn't tell you if I'd be better off having stayed with them or learning about your society.
Civilization does bring its own problems.
Always felt that was a bit of a strong word.
Wouldn't disagree. You get the right group and it's not so bad, but you get the wrong group and hell, I'd wish I'd lived with Yetis.
Well, the people you find around here are certainly can be just as vicious, but more clever in some ways.
Indeed.
But that's the benefit, right? Do you do your part? Yeah, I mean, back when I was with the pack, yeah, their kills were mine, they were my food, so didn't have to worry about that at least.
Yeah.
But was never quite content with that myself.
I wonder if you ate people before.
He kind of just like looks at you.
Yeah, we don't need to ask that, Tahko.
You know, raw.
Yeah, probably not cooked.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Zagrax is just staring at Tahko like, you just asked that straight up. Like,
Well,
what's wrong with you?
don't need to mince words around it. It's just a reality we just need to
You're right.
accept.
You're right. No need to mince words at all. It's nature.
Yeah.
Some die. Get eaten. It's survival. That's how you make a living.
And at this,
That's how you-
Danica kind of glances up at you, makes a bit of a smashing motion on the table, gives a sly grin, and then just like looks back down at her food.
Yeah. It's not that different than catching fish. You eat it to survive. Nature's not that kind.
Yeah, that's true. Looked outside at the snow forever. Snow that's forever falling.
All right, enough of this sadness. Come on.
Yep, I've got food to buy. I'll go get that.
It's not
Thank you
really
for sharing.
sadness. It's just not really sadness. It's just facts.
Mhm.
No, I
Is
was
what it
more
is.
talking to Elora than you. I'm not going to belittle your experiences. I'm just attributing them to sadness.
Oh, I'm fine.
Actually, if any of you come across a small crystal bead, I can use it for a handy little spell when we're out in the wilds.
Okay. We should probably start amassing gems if we can. They're good for a variety of spells.
Interesting.
Yes.
And they're a lot easier to carry around than coin.
Oh, I gotta go hit up the chicken
Yes.
coop. I need some feathers.
Here,
I'm
let's-
going to
Hey.
assume I got some message that told I got a sense that Idwash was like, you can use these feathers.
It's always my favorite thing. Like, how do you hey, I just now know this great new spell.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Moon Mom told me.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Right?
I talk to
Mike?
Moon Mom every night.
We're like, man, I could do this if only I had more, fabulous gems.
Yeah. It's just
That's
one of
really
those
what it
little
is.
weird ones.
Irilyssa is just starting her own little horde.
Honestly, finding
Zagrax
little
totally isn't looking at the horde with jealousy at all. Mm-mm. Nope.
It sounds like a job for a Schwinga, to be honest. Looking for little beads in the snow.
Yeah. It's a good
It
thought.
does.
Yeah.
While Danik is here, maybe she could set them to it. before we
Assuming
head
they
out.
don't take it from somebody else's possession.
Nope,
Yeah.
finding
They might,
beads.
though.
Good, important thing. Don't need to know the details.
I can ask them.
Would you?
She closes her eyes for a moment, and the Schwinger on her shoulder jumps down and bounds away.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Looking.
Does it run or does it just jump places?
It runs. It's kind of skipping as it
Okay.
goes.
Those things are adorable.
He gets stepped on by a patron and just kind of rubber bands back up. Keeps walking with staggering now.
Just kind of dodges aside between the person's feet, and it's not just running through the center of the room. It runs between bits of cover.
Okay.
I imagine they make little jingle bell noises when they move.
I mean, that would be really, really adorable, but also they're trying to be stealthy, so no.
Yeah.
Hey,
In my mind, they make little jingle bell noises.
Yes.
if you're aware of their existence, then I would. Yeah.
They might, yeah.
I mean, if you give one a little jingle bell, they'd probably love it.
Brew.
I actually have stats for Schwinger, so let's see if they find anything.
Nice.
Nice.
Wait, so Vulwin, did you say those people from East Haven were saying people just kept going missing?
He's kind of like just staring a bit out towards the window, the window where you were too, and he kind of takes a second to respond to you. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm sorry. Did you say?
No,
that-
that's fine. I was just thinking, this little society of yours is so terrible. Anyways, lot to learn.
At times, it's not.
It's true. Here, it's not bad. But no, really, did you say that the people in East Haven were going missing? Like, is that what those people said?
Yeah, they're the fishermen. They're still going missing. When we first got there, we'd heard about them going missing, and I guess they're still going missing. So
Yeah.
that hasn't been resolved yet.
I was told that there's something ravenous drawing them in.
Yeah.
By, you know who. Idwash told me that.
Ah,
So maybe we should take care of that.
yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
You heard it from a little
eating
raver.
A little who?
A little raver bird told you.
A raver man.
Yeah. I mean, look, we're all capable of taking care of ourselves, but they aren't. So, guess we should do something about it, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time to live up to our name.
Or at least try
Yeah.
to.
Yep. Are we heading out tonight or tomorrow?
I think we should head out tomorrow.
Okay.
Probably not wise to travel at night.
No.
Never is. Hasn't stopped us.
Well,
When there's a great
I think-
need,
Yeah.
but
So I'll go up to the
Boom.
barkeep and go ahead.
I was just going to say, Irilyssa, a button hits you in the nose and bounces onto the table.
oh.
Huh?
Should pick it up. She'll look around for the Schwinger.
And you see, like, behind one of the tankards, a little head pops out.
I'll look around for somebody's pants to go falling down.
She'll say thank you to it. Just put it in her pocket.
The head disappears.
I don't think that's going to work for the spell that I want to do. But
It tried to help.
I'm just trying to help. I appreciate it. And now I have a button.
Yeah.
A Schwinga button. A Schwinga found button.
Yeah. That's rare.
So I'm going to go up to the barkeep and ask her about buying up supplies.
Well, yeah,
Supply.
you can buy. Well, it really depends what you need. There's a couple of vendors around who keep some things. If it's food and the like, we could probably wrap you up something.
Okay. Just point me in the right direction. I want to try and get 30 days worth.
Ooh, I don't know if we're going to be able to scrape that much together, considering everything, and obviously you'll be paying a premium for what we do have.
Oh, I know, but I'm willing to get whatever kind of dried hardtack things that people are willing to eat last. I can buy that off your hands.
All right, I'll see what we have. Go ahead and roll 2d6.
2d6. All right.
They have 6 rations at 50% over markup. Sorry,
Okay.
50% markup.
I'll pay them at double.
Okay.
So,
Afraid that's all we can really spare. We need to keep some supplies like that for the hunters going out overnight.
I understand. And yeah, if you just want to point me to the next person, the next group that's selling.
Roll me one more 2d6 and we'll say that's what you find.
Okay.
Hey!
All
Find
right.
another 12.
Oh, wow.
All of it. Yeah.
Same price.
And again, I'll pay double.
Okay.
Because it's easier than doing 1/2.
Thank you for that. Been smoking these fishies for a day now. Glad they go into a personage like yourself.
Absolutely. Keep smoking.
Yeah.
All right. We got 20 days of rations, so we still got 2/3 of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Hooray, because I've got one.
Yeah, I could.
I was this entire time. I think I've had 3. The last time we went somewhere and stocked up, I had 3. But since you had like 1 billion, I was like, it's not a real big deal that I didn't pack up. And then I was like, oh, you're like down to none. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta claim your rations from him before he starts giving them away. Don't just
Yeah.
assume that
True.
they'll be yours. Yeah.
I mean, the rations have been my diplomacy rolls for a while now.
For a long time. Oh yeah. It's just
Good
that
job,
it's happened a lot more than I thought it would.
Yeah.
But all's well that ends well.
So while Tahko's out finding rations, and
Yeah.
you're having to like really scrounge around. That there wasn't like 12 things from one person. That was just the last one. You've basically
Yeah.
cleaned out every vendor that was selling this stuff, and 1 or 2 others which were very much under the table.
Oh, good. All right.
I mean, with the prices you're paying, yes.
Yeah, Nin's suddenly selling a bunch of spare meat. That's interesting.
No, Nin's not.
Okay, good.
Nin may be many things, but that no.
He's not selling meat pies on the side.
This isn't Barovia.
That's
I
a
mean-
different character.
Not yet. Wait till things get dire.
Yeah. Give it a couple more
Yeah.
years.
So what are the rest of you doing?
Are we just making conversation at the table?
Probably. It's even though I guess it doesn't matter if it's dark or not. Elora at some point would go try to find a chicken coop and take like fallen feathers, but
There are. Roll me an investigation check, and also a stealth check.
sure.
I always like the
Oh
wave.
no!
We refill our stealth
Hey!
component pouches.
Just stealth around town.
You didn't find anything, but you're sure stealthy doing it.
Sneak
Yeah, so
around.
Laura, you do go around like 2 or 3 of the chicken coops that you've seen and heard, but each of them does seem to be completely cleaned out. It's clear that feathers are being picked up.
He's annoyed.
But there's still chickens.
Yeah.
There are chickens.
He's like, dang it, I don't want to just pluck a chicken.
One feather
It's
from
gonna
each.
bite me.
Doink. Doink.
They'll bite you. They can't even
Yeah.
see you. You're rolling great on stealth.
It's true. They might
Plus,
not
I don't
see
think
her.
chickens bite,
Yeah, they peck.
but
Heck, but still.
those are some dangerous chickens if
No.
they bite, that's for sure.
Yeah, they have teeth up here. This is the fanged Arctic chicken.
I think she'll try it one time to get a feather from like one chicken.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Okay. It's a 20.
Oh!
You get a there's a kind of noise that happens when you pluck it and you duck behind the coop, and there's angry clucking for a little while, and then it kind of settles down.
And she's like, okay, good enough. At least I have one.
You do indeed have one chicken feather.
She feels good about it. And she'll leave.
Success!
She's like,
job.
good.
Well,
And she'll come back to join you guys at the table.
Proudly displaying this feather.
Yeah.
She's like, I got a feather. No, I think it's just like in her bag.
Okay, anything
Yeah,
else?
but Yaro, I'm pretty impressed. How did you all learn to fight?
I don't know how to fight. I just do my best.
I take the mace and do the bonk.
You've never had any formal training, or you just picked up a weapon one day and started swinging?
And to be
Yeah.
fair, a mace is one of those that you can just kind of pick up and start swinging.
Yeah, it is.
The efficiency of it may not be the best, but
I've just been pleasantly surprised you're able to hold your own so well. The Tundra's a tough place, and even between the 10, you all seem to be doing pretty well.
yeah. Back before Hillside went up in smoke and became a giant pit, learned the ways of around a sword and shield and paladin code from an old paladin who set up shop in Hillside for a while. Fortunately, he died from the same attack that took out most of Hillside.
That's good. Feel like I could rely on you to keep up what you're doing.
Sure hope I can. As long as I don't get another group of assassins sneaking up on me the one night I decide to drink too much.
Well, they picked a good night.
That is true. I feel like I handled myself pretty well that day.
The guard agrees.
Yeah, you did great.
All right. As things are fading a little bit, I'm going to say let's take a break now. Then we'll probably do the rest. If you wanted to do any more talking amongst yourselves, we'll do that when we get back. So we'll say 5 minutes. So start again. 6 minutes at 22.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Cool. So 22, we shall resume. We'll be back
Okay.
soon.
I'm awake.
Okay, bringing us all back in, and we are live once again. Hello, everyone. So, what are you going to do?
I'll come back to the table after buying rations.
And the others are still
Okay,
there. I think
cool.
they basically just hung
Yep.
out.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
having conversation.
Yeah, aside from my chicken escapades.
Yeah, I think this is the first time that we've actually had a chance to sit down and actually have a conversation outside of maybe when we got drunk and Zagrax almost got assassinated.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the only other time we've felt we weren't pressed so much that we could actually talk.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Think about
Well, I
that.
didn't get
Going.
I didn't get as much food as I wanted. I got certainly enough. Hopefully, I can pick up
Well,
a bit more in East.
That's good. I
Well,
wonder if there's a
let-
blacksmith in Haven. We need one of those, right?
One thing I will say is, like, none of you have actually searched this place for a blacksmith. Like, the way it works for
Yeah.
stores and things, you say, okay, I want to look for this, you roll an investigation, and then that investigation DC is basically determined by the book, which says services are either plentiful or rare. And you do know that services in good meat are pretty rare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Zagrax, did you know if anybody that came back, if any of them are smiths? Did you ask them? Did you know any of them?
No, unless one of them secretly learned how to smith, I wasn't aware. There was not a smith in Hillside.
Ah,
You know, everybody kind of kept their own stuff in repair, but doing the best with the minimal amounts they had. Yeah.
I see. Well,
Elora,
need
you
to-
want to to talk to us about something in private.
Yeah, just in case. Like, I don't want to cause any alarm to anybody either. She's talking quietly, just in case. Because I don't know how people will interpret this. I think it's spooky, admittedly.
Probably a good call.
Do you
Last
want
thing we need
me
is
to
a
come
panic
along,
public.
or should I?
I think it's okay. You can come along if you want.
It's your decision.
As a member
Sure.
of the Dawnbringers, you should come along.
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost got killed at all of our scraps as well, so I think you have that much going for you.
Okay then, I will see what knowledge I can bring.
Okay. I mean, if you guys just follow, I mean, to be honest, Elora's not gonna like really drink or anything. She's probably just gonna try to go back to bed at a reasonable time. So she'll just wait till most of you guys are in the room.
We're just gonna follow you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Conga line. Okay, and she just prefaces saying, I just don't want any of the townspeople to overhear me and be really scared about something that might not be scary to them. But Idwash told me something about a storm coming on the back of Black Wings, and that we can find relief in avarice, the roar of a bear, and the word of a beggar, or through the cold touch of a friend. I just don't want them thinking that like something scary is gonna come down and snatch people out of the sky.
You know, that's
Well,
kind of what it sounds like.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't want to just spread that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
incredibly
know.
cryptic. What is that
I
again?
know.
yeah, it's like trying to find a feather out in the tundra.
Exactly.
A storm is coming on
A
Black
storm
Wings.
is coming on the back of Black Wings.
Okay.
We can find relief in avarice, the roar of a bear, the word of a beggar, or through the cold touch of a friend. I think
Well,
I remember.
the roar of the bear refers more likely to Tahko's sister and the
Or
werebears.
the were bears.
Yeah, likely.
The word of the beggar is probably Zagrax's friend.
I do know a beggar.
Yeah.
Whole touch of a friend is not horrible.
I think it might be the Schwinga, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I did wonder that, yes.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Just what is it? Destruction of the back of Black Wings. That sounds like I don't know, terrible storms, like clouds, dark clouds. Maybe something's gonna sweep over the 10 towns and Icewind itself.
Or a giant crow. Or a dragon.
Yeah, I was worried that it's a dragon. That's scarier than a bird. No offense, guys. Like an
But
actual big dragon.
A black dragon in this area?
I don't know.
I do know. I know of a black dragon born.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, they're different.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the wings
Last
are
I
black
checked,
because
they
it's
don't got
night.
wings. It is true. Everything seems black at night.
Maybe the storm just comes at night.
Well,
The problem with riddles is they're never literal.
That they're never
Yeah.
what?
and yet you're still out there looking for
Oh,
a
yeah,
feather at the tundra.
Right.
A feather?
Yeah. Well, giant
Oh, yeah.
raven's feather we were looking for before.
Yeah, before we left the mountain, Tahko was talking about feather out in the tundra. He seemed to think it was pretty literal at that point.
Well, if you're taking it literally, and this riddle talks of black wings, feathers come from wings.
That's true.
Well, maybe after East Haven, we should head north. Try and find that feather again. Hopefully I can teleport it wherever. Again.
Yeah, I'm not so keen on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Don't
kinda
touch
think
rings.
we
Yes.
might find out more about the Durgar in East Haven. We might not be able to go north. With it's good conscience anyway.
Well, we'll keep our eyes peeled for the answers to those incredibly cryptic things.
Yes. Yeah, sorry to make you all come in here. I just think if I heard this personally as a server, I would start freaking out. So.
Or think we're crazy.
Yeah,
Or
that's
think we're crazy, it's true.
yeah, that's how rumors start to spread. So you made a good decision.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'll get off your bedroom now.
Well, I think we pretty much are all sharing a room. But yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2 rooms between you.
Oh yeah.
Though technically you only paid for them 1 night, but they haven't chased you about it.
No.
Considering you dropped like how much gold?
So much money.
2 gold. Yeah. I've been dropping like crazy.
We should maybe pay them again, but
Nah. I'll tip them as we leave. We're busy now.
I will probably leave tomorrow as well and return to the farm.
okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're okay to do that on your own?
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're heading out on your own, would you leave town, go towards the woods, and then take it left and just follow on the outskirts? It should put you back where your farm is.
May your crops of ice tend well.
Thank you. Yes. Hadn't really considered Schwinger as crops, but it is a farm.
Swingo farm.
But I am trying to create a place where they can gather. My theory is still that they do have the ability to exact change on a small scale. If you get enough of them together, then maybe that power can be channeled in a greater way. I don't know, it's just a theory.
Any little bit helps.
The Schwinga Collective. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'll turn in and bid you well on your travels. Goodbye.
Yes.
Right.
With that,
Good
she
night.
gives you a slight bow as she heads to the door and disappears through.
I'll head
Well,
to bed
she's-
too.
Yeah. Well, she's doing a lot better.
Yeah,
It's good to
it's
see.
actually a good thing that you handed her that stone.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I thought it would take over her mind, and not mine, but it all turned out all right. If she can speak into our minds before, and I can speak into our minds with that gem, I can't imagine the mental power she must be able to possess now. She might be able to directly control the Schwinga.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
maybe.
Yep. She can command them like a tiny army of snowball throwers. But who knows? I'm gonna
Since
go to
the
bed.
gem is helping Danica out so much, are you doing okay, Tahko?
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine.
Yeah. Do you hear anything like, from the south? Any signal?
Complete
I don't know, do
silence. Nope, nothing.
Nope, not a thing.
Wow.
So,
That's good.
I guess.
Mhm.
yeah.
I guess that's a good thing.
Cool.
Well, I was hearing it from the crystal. Danica was hearing it from something innate. Apparently, the two together just cancels it out for her.
We'll definitely
Yeah.
have to keep an eye on her.
Well, we won't be able to now.
Well, at least check in every now and again. Last time we did it, we let her go for a bit, and I think it'll be better this time, but she ended up in a farm, kicked out of the tavern in a farm, barely eaten and not able to sleep very much, so
She's heading right back into it. So,
at least this time she can control her demons a bit.
yeah.
At least it seems.
Time will tell.
Well, yeah. Get a good night's rest. We'll head out in the morning.
Sounds
All
good.
right. So each of
Yep.
you splits off, and well, a couple of you split off. The rest of you just take up your beds, which are in that room because you have 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Guys in one, girls in the other.
I'm just going to, for the sake of expediency, say that the night passes uneventfully, and it is now the next morning. Probably about 9 o'clock in the morning or so. 8:30.
And we all wake up at the same time.
This time, yes.
If not,
Yes.
if not, I'll pick you up. Yeah.
Yeah, this time
We all
you've had a really good night's rest. Like, you actually went to bed relatively early, so you've probably just slept for like 10 hours solid. So by that point, like, many of you were just kind of twisting and turning until one of you eventually kind of went, all right, that's enough, got up, and then everyone else just gets up at the same time.
Yeah. That works.
I know that feeling.
Yep.
That's great.
All right. Well,
To the
Yeah.
east.
yeah, if there's nothing else to do that we needed to do before we left.
We were going to look for a smith real quick in the morning and see if there's anybody around here who's smithing.
And talk to the one fella,
And Brad.
Yep.
Brad.
Okay.
So let's just find out the smith and ask for Brad while we're going around.
Irilyssa, roll me 2d6, please.
Six.
1 and a 5. Okay. You find on your pillow when you wake up another button and 1 silver piece.
Oh. She just continues to put them in her pocket. And she'll thank you out loud.
This time you get no response.
Oh, actually, Elora is going to drop. I don't know. How much were the rooms?
Like,
There
Night.
was...
over a night.
Yeah, I actually checked this later on because I think I undercharged you, but they should have been 8 silver each.
8
8
silver?
silver.
Okay, I'll just drop 2 gold for them.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give them 2 gold in the morning. So I don't have to do math.
Yeah, it's good to be able to tip well.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we off. Go looking out for a smith
And Brad.
and Brad.
Maybe
May or may
the
not
same
also be
person.
Maybe he is Brad Smith.
Whoa!
Okay, so yeah, you're heading to look for
that.
Brad. You only have to speak to 1 or 2 people before someone says, oh yeah, the East Haven lot are over there. Points you to like a curtained off section of the mead hall, and there's like 1 or 2 fairly burly people kind of standing at the entrance, just kind of talking to each other. They glance up at you as you approach. You say, is Brad in? They just kind of move the curtain aside. And then there's several families that have made sleeping quarters, and one of the burly guys just kind of points you at one guy who seems to be slightly better dressed. He's got a very, very loose curtain in the curtained off area, and like through a gap you can kind of see that there is a bed there as opposed to just the bed rolls that everyone else is using. But Brad approaches. Can I help you?
Yeah. You're Brad, right?
Yeah, I'm Brad. Hi.
Hi. So, you guys are all from East Haven. I heard from, Joe. Anyways, we wanted to know about the missing fisherman in East Haven. Heard you had just traveled here not that long ago, so was hoping we could get anything up to date if you know anything more about the disappearances or anything else going on in East Haven over the last, I don't know, a week or two.
Well, usually takes people a day or two to make the journey, so there won't be anything newer than that. But yeah, most of the fishermen in East Haven have actually given up the job now. It's been too dangerous. They keep getting attacked, and only those who are really desperate and have to stay in the town because of elderly relatives or something like that, they're the only ones that go out in the water these days. But yeah, if you're asking if they're still being attacked, yeah, they are.
No leads at all. They just disappear, and did anybody got out to find them?
People have tried, but none of them have returned, so they stopped trying, to be honest. We even sent a small mercenary company out, but they didn't make it back either. Waste of money. Most of the ones
the name
of the mercenary company, the Two Fisters.
Two fisters?
Okay.
Yeah, they all use two-handed weapons.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, makes up for what they lack in brains. Anyways,
But for Leeds,
so
the only thing we've heard is most of the attacks happen to the east of East Haven. Generally, if you go north or west, it's safer, but also more iced in, so fishing's not as good. Are you thinking of going there and taking a look?
Yes.
yeah, we're thinking of doing that.
Yeah.
Well, that would certainly be appreciated. There was another group that's just come into the town to help against the Duragar. They call themselves the Knights of the Black Sword. Since they arrived, the Duragar attacks have stopped.
That's
Um,
good.
More, do I know anything about this group? What would I have to roll?
Roll me
Sounds super fishy.
intelligence.
Yeah, in general, I'm kind of curious about mercenary groups.
Right.
Let's see, intelligence.
I'd say-
I got an 8.
With disadvantage.
Unless
on
there's
this
something
one.
else.
Hang on.
All right.
Hang on. Let me just double check one thing.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll take history rolls if you...
I'm gonna say, yeah. Between Vulwin and I, not that I would know them or remember any of it, because it's poor wisdom, but having worked as a guard in Bryn Shander and known groups that go in and out.
You vaguely remember that the group in Cardinival might have
That's
been.
mostly good.
That's
Yay,
I'm
the
not...
group that attacked us on sight.
I'm not too sure I fully know that name, but the only thing that's coming to mind is our welcoming party at Cardinival.
Who was
Maybe.
hoping you wouldn't say that.
The ones who wouldn't let us see their leader.
Yeah, that might have... Well, that was the town's leader, not their leader.
What?
Yes, but they're the ones that wouldn't let us see
Yeah,
the town.
yeah, maybe.
leader.
Maybe. I don't know for sure. Just I've drawn some straws, and I think it's the only thing that sounds similar, but I might be mistaken, so I don't want to... I just thought I'd say it.
Well, I don't know about your history with them, but since the knights arrived in town, there's now a bunch of staked up Duragar on the outskirts, to chase them away. They've been very effective in that.
Good.
As far as I'm aware, there haven't been any Duragar around here, so I find that odd.
Are there dragonborn in these nights?
They seem to be, as far as I can remember, human.
You've been around here for a few days, right?
Oh, I've been here for longer, but I collect news from those that arrive.
Good.
Oh, I see.
Perfect. So you've been here for a while now.
Yeah, I was...
Has anything around town gone missing? Like just stolen,
in this town?
looted, destroyed?
Except for a couple of fights between different groups that take offence to each other. No, don't think so. I mean, there's the odd thefts, because of course there are, because there's so many disparate people around. But most of that stuff usually gets found, and it's mostly food.
Good
It's
to
good.
hear,
Everything's staying stable, yeah.
And just to clarify, the staked up Duragar were in East Haven, not here.
Oh, in East Haven. Okay. Yeah, fair.
I realise that might be one of the misconceptions. No, that was at East Haven.
Yeah, just also making sure that nothing's happening here.
No,
Not in the same way. It was
Yeah.
usually pretty obvious after things got stolen. We'd find footprints, but never actually see who'd done it, until they started being a bit more open and attacking various stores and things and just looting them.
Were they taking anything in particular?
Well, the biggest thing they took was the big
statue?
statue in the town hall. Smashed it up right good. Took the pieces.
We did hear about that.
Yeah, we
It
did
was
hear
made of
about that.
crystal, right?
Yeah, black crystal. Looked really evil. Don't know why we kept it.
Great.
Oh,
Good to know you
goodness.
got evil crystals.
Right.
Oh,
I think-
I'm gonna pull out the flail that Tahko had blessed that I have.
oh yeah.
Did it look a lot like this kind of crystal here?
Oh, I mean, it looked very similar to that material, yeah. Wasn't a flail,
Okay,
though.
okay.
Well, yeah.
Maybe it is now.
I don't know
Yeah, it's-
where we got it. Might have been confiscated or something off one of the ships. It's certainly not made in the town. It just appeared.
Gotcha. And then they just took random, other than the statue, was it just like blatant just looting of whatever they could get their hands on?
Yeah, pretty much. Scared quite a few people away. The population of East
No doubt.
Haven's really decreased.
Okay.
I don't doubt that.
A lot of
Yeah,
them.
if it's not people showing up missing, I'm sure it's people leaving.
Especially if there's no food getting produced there now.
Yeah,
Yep.
from what I'm hearing, East Haven's it's not what it used to be. Put it that way.
Is the speaker of the town still there and in good health?
Seems to be.
Okay. Hopefully they'll be amenable to us trying to help.
I need to check to see who that was, but I think so.
It's our last run in with, I think it was.
Isn't it the captain of the guard or something that we delivered the parcel to?
Yeah,
Woohoo.
we talked to the speaker.
Yeah,
But now where?
I think it was I don't remember if it was the speaker or the captain of the guard who we talked to
Yes.
before.
No.
Speaker and captain are both still there. Daneth does what he can. That's the speaker. And Captain Imdra seems to have been quite taken by the knights. She's been not quite merging the militia, but certainly having the two work together. Been quite effective from what I've heard.
Okay.
Good to hear.
Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully, my feelings of discontent towards that group are not won't be founded.
Well,
Still some trepidation there, but we'll see.
everything I've heard, they've only done good things for the town, and yeah, no one here has been speaking ill of them. They're a bit pushy about their faith and their beliefs, always trying to push these amulets on people, but they seem to be fanatics.
What are their
What
faith and
kind?
belief?
Well, I don't know.
You don't have an amulet? Didn't hear the spiel?
No, I was already here.
Oh, okay. Anybody that comes to this town, do they follow that faith?
I don't think so. I think that those who they may have converted stay there and help fighting. They're the ones who are getting armed.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can help you with? I mean, we're very grateful for anything that you can do. As much as we like good mead, if it's not East Haven, we'd love to return there.
Well, I
Do our
think-
Yeah,
best.
hopefully we can do something about the missing fishermen.
Yeah.
But
That
We
would
could take
seem to
care
be
of
the
this
most pressing,
problem.
yeah.
Maybe we can make it safe again.
Oh, wait. One of the other reports we had. Yeah, Cliff came in the other day. Said that they'd been having problems with cackling dogs attacking some of the farms to the east of the town. We heard that the farms had been farmers had been going missing in the same way as, you know, the fishermen, but from what I'm hearing, it's actually different. The fishermen, we don't know what happens to them, but cackling dogs, a couple of people have survived those attacks and come back talking of cackling dogs.
Cackling dogs.
Like what?
Okay.
What do you?
Yeah, really
So
weird.
you-
They stand like humans, but they cackle the whole time. Put an entire estate to the slaughter, take everything away. You're lucky to survive them.
I think I know what those are called. Can I do a knowledge roll or whatever?
Yep, intelligence.
Just intelligence?
Mhm.
Okay. Boop.
those totally don't sound
I
scary.
got a 9.
Werewolves?
No, they're
No.
called cackle dogs.
Not that I'd think of.
Hyenas.
Yeah.
Not that I would know what that is.
Right.
Yeah, they're called tall dog.
So an entirely new threat is slaughtering an entirely different demographic of the population. Okay,
I mean,
I'll try and fix that too.
it's one of the reasons food's so short. Can't rely on the farms. Well, couldn't anyway because it's too cold. A couple of them are cows and milk that came in, but that doesn't anymore. And then, yeah, the fishermen.
Yeah, sounds like you're definitely being driven out. Are any of the people that have come from East Haven with your group, any of them fishermen?
I mean, there might be a couple of them kicking around here, yeah?
All right, well, you figured that out. We're going to go take a look around the town. Might have a way to allow you to do some fishing here in East Haven. Or not East Haven, sorry, in Goodmead.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a few people try to go out, but without boats, it's not easy.
Yeah, I have a way.
All right.
But it won't matter if I can't find anybody here to make it. To craft it.
Okay. If there's anything I can help with, like I said, I do try to keep my ear to the floor.
Alright. Do you know of any smiths in this town? Maybe you could save us the search.
You're just making me roll it. Intelligence check, aren't you?
Hey,
No.
this person's an information broker.
No.
Yeah,
He is an
yeah.
information broker.
No.
I'll give him advantage.
That's a good idea.
I don't know if he was a smith, but he was a metal worker. The problem is, there ain't no forges or anything here.
That is
Yeah.
a problem.
This place is more about food production, not production. All of that usually comes from Bryn Shander or East Haven.
Right.
All right,
Well,
that makes sense.
I guess it's good we're going to East Haven.
Yeah, if we come back here, maybe we'll just grab an handful at least.
Are you just gonna carry an anvil all the way back to Goodmead?
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Your capacity of strength is more than I can imagine.
And say
Well,
at the very least we could go and ask this metal worker if could try and fashion something. Anything's better than nothing.
There was a smithy in East Haven. I could probably give you directions to him. He wasn't particularly well known. Horses not really being a thing here. You don't have blacksmiths for the same reasons, but he did make fish hooks.
Oh,
Okay, well, that's a good sign actually.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. We'll take a look. We'll see if
Thank
he's
you.
still there. We'll talk to him.
Yeah, it's a place called the Iron Hook.
Aptly named.
figured.
What side of town would I find that on? Been to East Haven at least once or twice. Well, maybe a few more times than that.
It's a bit of a small building over on the eastern side. There's like a little grove with a fountain in the middle. Go south of there and you'll find it.
All right. Grove in the middle, east side of town. Go south from there. Got it.
Thank you.
Of course.
Well, anything else? Otherwise, I think we'll take our leave.
Nothing from me.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Of course. And
for the
hey,
information.
good luck out there.
Good luck in here.
All right. Once we're out of that place, all right. So there's probably no way they can make these kind of these drills here to get down below the ice. Even if we did find a smith here, it's pretty useless. That being said, this could still do some good. If we're headed to East Haven, I could probably get a replacement for this, and maybe we could just talk to Irilyssa and give her this drill and tell her to rally a few people together. Talk to Brad. Brad knows people who could do some fishing from East Haven, and they can get out there on the ice and start fishing.
It's good. Honestly, you could probably just dig a few holes here, and then as long as they can keep, keeping them clear of building up ice, they could just keep using them.
It's probably better if I just leave this
Yeah.
here. I'm not going to need it immediately. It's not like it's going to be any use on land, or where we're going anyways.
All right. As long as
Not
there's no
immediately
sun on the way.
anyways. No.
Okay.
No, I think this is a calculated risk.
Okay.
I'd like it if Goodmead was still here when I came back.
Yes.
True. If you're comfortable leaving it behind, by all means, for sure think it would help.
Yeah. So I'd like to track down Irilyssa, or somebody who could point to Irilyssa, so that I could talk to her real quick to get her that, and see if she could orchestrate something with Brad to find fishers in there that would just take that out to the ice, drill some holes, and have people do the fishing. They only need one to actually make a bunch of holes, so
That's true.
Unless they
And
immediately break it.
yes,
well,
Irilyssa-
yeah, if they break, it's their own fault.
I will say that Irilyssa, I think that's a great idea. She thanks you profusely for leaving the auger with them. She will try to get someone to replicate it. They might have the means. They might have like the cost of materials. Some of the refugees may have brought some. That's always possible. But it's a very good idea. And she didn't realize that so many fishermen from East Haven had arrived with the refugees, she will do a better job of inquiring what skills people have when they arrive.
Good.
Yeah, and I'd just be like, tell them if they can't go back to East Haven right now, they can make this place their own little East Haven.
But she does also
They can feel comfy.
She does also point out that most of the fishermen here use fishing boats. They're trawler fishermen rather than ice fishermen, so it is a different skill set. But if anyone could work out how to do it, it would be the fisherman.
Yeah, I hope they know how to bait a hook, basically, and can fish.
I would hope so too.
Yeah. It's more so, I think it's more so just knowing where the fish hang out.
Yeah.
Under the water.
As with all things.
Under the ice.
The water.
Yeah, under the
Nailed it.
ice.
I mean, there's a whole different
See?
set of things. Like, there are going to be parts of the lake where they're more likely to be. It's going to be different types of fish. They'll be in different areas. They'll be at different depths. Some will be more active during certain hours. Some will be completely inactive during the winter. Like, there's
They've
a
got
lot
time
of
to learn that.
into this.
Yeah, they've got time to learn that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's true.
I mean, hell, Vulwin walked out there, put a hole in, and got 3 fish. Hooray!
Right.
Some fish only like to eat when the sun's high in the sky, and they're all dead now because it hasn't been high in the sky for about a year.
No, they're just not hungry. They're fine.
Oh.
They're hibernating. It's all good.
Yeah.
Fishy naps.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then we want to be on our way then, because we don't want to burn more time than necessary in this town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love staying here. We come back so often. It's the best place.
Ew, everybody's nice here.
Right?
One of the few places.
Right.
We gotta
Yeah.
fix the other towns before it gets corrupted with all the bastards
Shoot.
that are around.
That's okay. For all we know, Caer Dineval's dead. So who knows?
I mean, to be fair, I don't think there's very much going on there to begin with anyway.
That's true.
Care dead they're all.
Oh.
Oi.
Oh.
Oi. Let's go to East Haven.
If you're gonna make puns, at least make them good.
Never.
Please.
So after you're speaking to Brad and exchanging instructions with Olivessa, I'll say it's probably about 11 a.m. now,
All right.
as you are leaving.
Good time to hit the road. Well,
All right.
the snow path.
Okay, so you know what you need to do.
Yeah. Go to the east way. Head east.
Survival check from whoever is navigating and a perception check from whoever is doing the scooting about.
All right.
I
I got a 16. Travel as normal.
Yeah.
Go.
Wow.
Whoa! You can see.
You're gonna see everything.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is all about keeping those eyes wide open now.
With eyes wide open.
We need some travel sounds too.
The clinking of glasses is not good travel sounds to you?
Nope.
Aww.
No?
We can still hear good meat in the distance, clinking glasses.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Really slamming those glasses together.
Yeah.
Yeah. It carries, you know.
Which one would this be under? There it is. Okay. So Vulwin, good survivor roll. Irilyssa. There doesn't seem to be anything of like particular interest on the way. I'm just going to check to see how far you actually get, because it's 2 hours a mile. I take it you're just following the usual trail.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So by the time you get to the junction, it's 8 hours of travel, which is the usual daily limit.
All right.
So you are
Guess we're gonna
currently
take
there.
a sleep at the crossroads.
So yeah, it's now about 6 o'clock in the evening.
I feel like we've made it from Bryn Shander to Goodmead in a day before.
with a really good roll, yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, we can head probably the rest of the week. Now with the rest of the day, but we have left
'Cause
before.
is it still 2 hours a mile on a track? Because I know it was
That's a
probably
good question.
slow in
No,
the
it
tundra.
probably isn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm
I'm
juggling
like-
lots of things. No, it's a lot faster.
Oh, no, you're good.
Yeah, it's 2 miles an hour on roads, not half a mile.
Okay,
So-
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we've made it from Bryn Shander
Yeah,
to
I was
Goodmead
thinking that
before
too.
Yeah.
in a day. I was
Yeah, we've
like,
also-
this feels weird.
Yeah,
Oops.
a couple times we made it even faster because we hustled.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, since we're here, if anyone needs to sell their soul, now's the time.
So yeah, it's like 4 hours to get there.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Yay.
I'm going to say it's 4 hours to get to East Haven because you got a decent roll, and you know the way
Yeah.
you've done this before. So at about 3.5 hours in, so you're about here. As you've been traveling, the weather started fairly. If it wasn't dim, it would be a sunny day, like clear skies is what I'm trying to say. 1 or 2 clouds, but nothing really bad. As the day goes on, it does get more and more cloudy, and then by the time you're an hour away from East Haven or so, it's now fully clouded and there is a gentle snowfall as you are moving. That does not, however, stop you, Irilyssa, noticing 2 flying creatures in the sky. Definitely seem to be tracking you guys as you've been walking. They're keeping a distance, but they're up there.
I'll kind of make my way up to Vulwin's side, and in the sky, there's 2 creatures that are tracking us.
Oh.
Same things as before. He won't even actually turn and look. He'll just keep, looking ahead and keep moving ahead. Same things as before.
Do they look like the things that we've seen before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know many things that are flying in the sky and actively tracking us.
The only thing that I could have thought was gargoyles at the time, but they usually stay to one place and protect that place.
We've
The eyes of Aurel up there.
I don't know what to say. I mean, we've seen him in Goodmead Forest. We ran across him when heading towards the Black Cabin. Well, actually, I don't think it's called that. I don't think we know it's called that. But when we were heading towards the cabin up north.
One extra detail I will say is, Irilyssa, you probably saw like one of them in the really far distance, and then maybe 10-15 minutes after that, the other one seemed to have joined it, and now they're kind of following you, both of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're just keeping an eye completely on the east way. It's a popular road.
Shame for them, we're not going to die.
Do they
Should
just
we
follow?
try to hide somewhere off the road? And
I mean, if we hide now, they'll just know we noticed them.
They've never attacked us before.
Yeah, and if they're following us hiding, we have to move eventually, and it's already dark, and it looks like there's a storm rolling in. So, I'd like to get to East Haven before that happens.
I wonder if they have any interest in us, particularly if they just follow anybody that's out on the road. Maybe there's more of these than we realize. They're just scattered out watching everything.
I don't know, Tahko. Maybe you could call them down and stab them or something.
Come down so I can stab you! Oh, yell up to the
Oh
sky.
God.
Nope, didn't work.
If only it were that easy sometimes.
Vulwin actually just stops and turns and looks at you like, lets out a large sigh and just keeps going.
They're so high up they couldn't even.
I rolled the perception, you probably heard the dice.
Right.
We should ask other travelers if they see these things too.
So far,
Hope you
you
remember
haven't
that.
seen any travelers, but there are definite tracks of people moving. And most of the... Well, would they be? There does seem to be a decent number going towards Goodmead, more certainly than you had seen previously, from the east way. And there don't seem to be very many going north. They're all southward bound. And also quite a few footprints out from East Haven. Not many at all towards East Haven. But you haven't come across anyone during your travels.
These could just be simple beasts that will eat anybody that dies on the road.
I don't know. Irilyssa said they were supposed to be like guardians.
Well, what do we
If they're
base it on?
gargoyles.
It's hard to make out from here. Don't know
Yeah, I
what the
guess
hell.
so.
And even if they are gargoyles, we don't even know their intent.
No. So I say we just keep going.
They're just another big mystery in all of this.
Yep. That's for sure.
Hopefully this time it's not a mystery that'll try to kill us.
We got plenty of that waiting for us in East Haven.
Oh, that we do.
Oh dear.
Okay, so you continue on your way?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you continue on into East Haven and you see the town spreading before you. There is a little hill beside the road as you get close, and there are 7 small black figures standing very still along the side of the road just ahead.
7 black figures.
That's
It's,
really weird.
It's weird.
They're standing on the side of the road or in the middle of the road?
They're on the side. They're like on
Yeah.
the slope of this hill off the side of the road.
Since it's dark enough, I'm sure now during the time of the day, Vulwin will have his lantern out, so he'll like raise his lantern as they approach and be like, "Yeah, there's figures here. Just keep an eye open."
Are those the knights?
Are they approaching
I
us,
don't
or
know.
are they just standing near the gate?
They're just standing probably with 20 or 30 feet between each one just on the side of this hill.
Remember that one, was it Brad told us that
Yeah.
Jarard were
Oh.
tied up.
Yeah, those might just be the corpses.
Yeah. Well, it could never be too safe.
True. Okay.
So yeah, we'll approach and like pass near them if it's on the way. So
Yeah, so you pass basically under them, and as you're looking up on the hill, you can now that you're closer, see quite clearly. These are fairly small. They do seem to have long white beards. They are, as far as you can tell, they have like a loincloth on, and that's it. Several of their fingers and things are missing. Most of their eyes have been pecked out at this point. Like, wildlife has had their go early on, and the corpses seem completely frozen at this point.
Oh, that's unpleasant.
And they're not tied to the stakes, they are on the stakes.
Oof.
So,
Right.
Elora's going to make a point to not look at that again.
every time you pass one, you think the same thing. And unless you guys have anything to do here, head towards East Haven.
No.
Otherwise, you head on towards East Haven. And the previous time you'd come here, there was a fair bit of hustle and bustle. Quite a few people, like on the outskirts of town, running about their business. Seems pretty much deserted. The streets are empty. There is very little sign of life. There might be 1 or 2 people that kind of glance at you and then hurry along their business, like trying to move off the road at your approach.
Yeah, this place is really different than when we first came here, but just keep your coin purse somewhere safe. Doubt he was going to try anything, but it wouldn't be the first time. And he kind of like pats like his like chest pocket area.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Indeed, she'll move coin purse to a more secure location.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I'll actually hide most of my coins in the in my pack itself,
Okay.
separate from my coin purse. So if I do get robbed, I won't get robbed of everything.
Yeah,
Off.
because we get robbed. There's some serious badasses in town.
Yeah, and somebody who can lift an entire taco ration stash.
Also
Yeah,
true.
if they manage to lift my whole pack, it's not going anywhere.
True.
They just get stuck to the ground underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you pass by a couple of houses, probably going 5-10 houses in, before you see the first sign of life which doesn't run away at your approach. It's 4 not armoured but armed figures, one of them holding a torch up in front of them kind of at your approach to kind of illuminate you as to see who you are.
Yeah. Got the lantern as well on our side, so.
Who goes there? Welcome to East Haven.
Thank you.
Yeah, travelers from Goodmead.
Any
Where's
news?
the nearest inn?
Nearest inn. He kind of looks around behind him, and I will move you over to East Haven.
I mean, I know we've been here, but I'm hoping like the inns we knew are still the inns.
Man, I forgot how much bigger this town is. These towns
Yeah.
are than compared to
Yeah.
the small towns we've been in for the past few
Yeah.
sessions. Holy.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, this is huge. I forgot about it.
Alright. Ah. Twitch version's not behaving. There we go.
Oh boy.
Would help if I was on that screen as well. Yeah, so the White Lady Inn, the usual place that travellers will go to. I'm afraid that the Wet Trout, the tavern, closed down. Lack of business. There used to be a regular fisher hangout.
Yeah, understandable. Heard what's happened here. But any news? Anything in particular you're looking for?
Just keeping an eye. And you notice now that this gentleman has one of the amulets around his neck. It's a black sword, blade pointing down towards the ground. And all of his companions have the same thing. But otherwise they seem to be attired just like you would kind of expect armed townsfolk to be attired. Just keeping an eye. We had some problems with Duragar, but they've been taken care of since the Knights of the Black Sword arrived. We can never be too careful. These are uncertain times.
We heard you have dog people to the east that are causing trouble too.
Yes, cackling dogs that walk on hind legs. I think it's a load of cobblers, personally.
Wow.
One way or the other, something seems to be attacking farmers.
Yeah, I mean, we've had scattered bands coming in. Maybe 1 or 2 a day, if that. I mean people, not bands. That was the wrong word. It's like 1 or 2 people come in, raving like proper lunatics, but who knows how long they've been out in the tundra. That kind of isolation could do anything to a person's mind.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I suppose.
But if they're all saying the same thing, that raises some worry.
Maybe it's just the sound of the wind at night.
Where can
Who
we find the
knows?
speaker's home?
Daneth, it's at the town hall. And he kind of gestures down. It's about 10 blocks that way. Big house. One of the few places built of stone. Can't miss it really if you go down that road. Just make sure you take the first left.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Of
you.
course. And what is your own business in East Haven? I know you said you were travelling from Goodmead.
We're gonna try and fix it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
well.
heard there were some problems on the lake.
Are you yourselves a mercenary company?
Of a sort. We're just
We are
trying
dawn
to-
essentially.
the
Dawnbringers.
Dawnbringers.
Yep.
Just trying to bring back the dawn.
And with that, he kind of lowers the torch a little bit and, like, visibly relaxes, as do the people around him. We heard of you and your exploits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, word from Caer Koning? Yeah, word from Caer Koning. Heard that you yourselves had been fighting against the Duragar. Good work with that.
Nasty little buggers.
Yeah.
Too right. Well, looks like we've got similar aims in ridding ourselves of that filth. Next time you find yourselves in Caer Dineval, be sure to swing by the castle there. I'm sure our leader would want to have a word.
Very well, thank you.
Of course. Good fortune in your travels, friends.
Good fortune in your hunting of Duragar.
Damn right. And with that, the guards kind of step aside and just let you pass through.
Well, once we're clear of the guards, I'm going to whisper to the group. All right, we never talk about how, we got into a scuffle with them before.
With who?
With the same group when we were further north the first time.
Well, it was a warning shot to tell us to stay away from the castle. So, if they have a warm welcome.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right, that did happen. Yeah.
But they couldn't. That was dark. They won't know who we are. So that could have just as well have never happened.
Oh, it happened.
We know
Were
it
they
happened.
were they human though?
The folks we just talked to.
Yeah, the ones you spoke to are all human.
Okay. I just remember the people in Caer Dineval where some of them were tieflings. Right? So
One of them, yeah.
We also should look at the frozen ferry while we're here. When we were at that out, we found a note saying that one of the Duragar would be here. And that's where we first learned about the Shardlin and the Sunlight Fortress.
that's true.
So, yeah. One of them would be here, and we're sure it's not one of the 7 already
That's
outside.
true. We might want
hiked up.
to ask about that to them if we can't find anything. And by them, I mean those guards.
I mean, hopefully the speakers knows what's going on in full detail. We can get them from them.
True.
We know how to find them. So should we head there right now?
Well, yeah. Well, how late is it? It's like super late, yeah.
You were traveling 8
Is it-
hours, so it's like 7
Nice.
PM.
Nice. All right, we still got time.
I thought it was 4 hours.
Because the
No.
roads were nice.
Yeah, it was 2 miles. Yes, it was 4 hours. You're right. So it's only about 3 p.m.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're not even getting tired. They're getting tired
Okay.
of, probably with...
Yep, you're right.
Right?
I mean, it's still dim, which is why the
Cool.
torches and stuff still make sense.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we have, like, some kind of storm rolling in anyways, it feels like, so...
I mean, even during the summer, the sun wouldn't be up for very long anyway.
Yeah, well, sounds like we could definitely talk to them and see if they know anything, but I'd be surprised if they knew the exact details of everything going on here, considering they haven't solved it yet.
Indeed.
Well, they may have actually solved it with the Duragar. Sounds like things did fairly well without us.
Hopefully that's
I-
one problem gone.
There's something
Maybe.
that doesn't sit right with those swords that they wear around their neck.
Yeah, it looks super evil.
Looks
Do
don't
they?
mean everything, but
Well, down pointed swords just kind of have a menacing air to them, don't you think?
I just thought
That's usually how swords are held.
I just thought it was an interesting fashion choice.
Yeah, well, if we see anybody wearing skulls on their caps, we should be sure to nope.
Are we the baddies? So
But
what are
yeah,
you doing? Are you
we
going to
should
go to the ferry, or are you going to push on to the town hall?
I was thinking, is that something good for everybody?
Kind of looks
Town hall's
like
probably a good spot to
ferry.
stop.
Because you met
The
the guards
ferry.
probably like here.
Well, we could
And if we go this way, we can just go to the
ferry's over
ferry.
by the dock.
Then-
Oh yeah.
White lady,
Right.
it is over that way. We could see if they even
Yeah.
have a place to stay before we visit the dock.
That's
Okay.
true.
Maybe our friend will have decided to leave the place. You know.
The loud one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Oh,
forgot
no.
about that guy.
Oh yeah. Definitely put on a show. Lasted a long time.
I have no memory of this.
They
Mr.
Yeah, well-
Bardman.
yeah, the bard had us go to a seance.
Oh yeah, vaguely remember the seance. That was fun.
But he
So
was
she-
hyping up the seance.
Oh, the hype man. Yeah.
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 Vaguely. Remember.
Well, you'll remember him in a moment if it's still there.
Right. Alright. We can go.
Okay, so you head over to the White Lady. Seems pretty quiet. You remember it being a little bit more rowdy the last time you were here, certainly. But that might also have been time of day. You were here later. And as you approach the door, you open it. And the interior does indeed seem to be fairly quiet. You got the dour barman standing at the bar. You've got a couple of tables with 1 or 2 occupants, not really any more than that, with a very, very low hubbub kind of going on.
There's still enough people in here? We're not the only patrons.
There's like 3 other people, not including the barman.
Okay. Barman,
Alright,
we're going to
looks
need
like-
some rooms.
Yeah, we got rooms for you if you need them.
That's great.
I mean, we're super busy, as you can tell, so I'm going to have to charge you a fortune.
Mm,
Prices are a premium.
mhm, mhm.
Hmm.
And how much is that?
That'll be 3 silver per room.
Oh.
Ah,
Hmm.
I knew we shouldn't come at the peak of vacation season.
Yeah, you've caught us at our busiest.
Don't put 3 silver down.
And it just disappears. That's 1 room. Might be a bit of a tight squeeze for all of you, though.
That's fine. I'll also pay for a room. And of 3 silver.
Okay. Slightly less tight.
Thank you.
Slightly.
But it is always in the company of great friends that you can have the best time. I
Right, roll
remember you
initiative.
all.
Oh no, we were just leaving.
Greetings
Should I
and
have-
salutations. I am your servant, most humble, of course, Ronaldo.
Man, I get this distinct feeling like I should have cast Pass Without Trace on the party.
Oh, you.
And what brings
nice.
such intrepid adventurers to our humble establishment?
We need a room.
That is the usual thing to do in a tavern, yes. Well,
Yeah,
you
we
can
got a
be
room.
sure to have only the most grandiose of entertainment. In fact, he kind of looks around at who's there. Could probably even put on a private show just for you all at a small extra fee.
Mm. Like in our bedrooms?
That's not usually the type of entertainment we provide. There may well be other establishments where such frivolities are available. No. The service I usually try to give is more with songs and stories and other such
Yeah.
capers.
Ah. Very
Talk
That's
about
an
it,
angle I
into
didn't
that
think this was
type of
going.
thing.
I was just clarifying.
Yeah, that sounds like it might be something worth checking out later when we come back. And Vulwin's just gonna start like walking past him, trying to like walk around him to the door.
Well, I am, of course, taking bookings
Yeah.
if you are willing
Yeah.
to Do so. It would allow me to prepare an adequate form of entertainment for you all. Do you prefer stories? Or perhaps tales of great romance and solitude and wonder? Or maybe you like a bit of a jingle and a lute appears from nowhere and he just starts plucking a few notes on it. Ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding.
Oh, wow.
I'm willing to pay good coin for quality mime work.
Mime, yes. Quite the art, that.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, my hands are placed against a glass.
But isn't there one key detail to a mime that...
Oh, yes,
separates them?
yes. Was never particularly good at that bit.
Okay.
What's the bartender look like when Tahko says all of that?
No change, just completely like...
He's
Yeah.
so sick.
Just the if I could get this one guy to leave, my life would be so much better.
100%.
But he doesn't ever want to go away. So here we are.
But in time, Vulwin, you do make it to the door.
I like to think at some point, yeah, it's just like when Tahko starts being like, "Hey, there's stuff I'm interested in, do the mime stuff." I get a chance to just scoot around and be like,
Yeah.
and I'm just kind of like, I'm just looking to the others like, "Now's your chance. Use it or lose it."
Yeah.
Yep, definitely giggling a little bit. Zagrax will follow Vulwin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can't make any reservations, but we'll perhaps we'll be interested later.
Well, don't worry, I'll be here all evening.
Bye.
As the door slams shut, you can still hear him babbling on from behind it.
Hopefully
Oh,
we won't
man.
get booked.
Anybody got the silence spell?
Yeah, actually.
That's also just as good. All right, we're out. We're safe.
Okay.
We're safe.
Hey, that's like a CR10 encounter, or like CR20 or something. I don't know.
He's secretly the end boss.
Not so
He's
secret.
Arl.
What a good distraction.
That's great.
Well, do you want to go out to the ferry or do you want to go to the town hall? I mean, the ferry's technically on the way, right?
Yeah, you could practically see it from here. He just kind of like points to the docks.
Oh, okay then.
Yes, which of us is the sneakiest?
Well, I mean, you're gonna walk out on a dock in the middle of the ice. I don't know if you're gonna be that sneaky in general.
I mean, I can be super sneaky if you need me to.
No!
I'm here all
No,
night.
thank you. No, thank you.
Let's walk a little further and let's walk
Rude
and
to
talk.
listen in on conversations.
Just trying to find a story. I can just imagine like Vulwin's just been leaning on the door this whole time just to make sure it doesn't open.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like, back just leaning on it or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you move a little distance away from the inn.
Yeah, the door practically flies open when I step away.
It does, and he just
Well-
kind of looks after you, a little disappointed, and then like goes back in the inn.
Oh,
Right.
poor puppy.
Yeah, let's
His
just
floppy
get to the
hat
dock
seems to
and
have
figure it out.
shrinked.
All right, so
Give him Tigger walking away soon.
yeah, what did that note exactly say? That there's a Durgar in the ferry hiding at the end of a dock. It's been a bit.
She'll reach into her bag and pull it out, and she'll go, Brother, continue your search from the outpost near Kirakoning. You will find me on the frozen ferry in East Haven. From these bases, the hunt for Shardlin continues. Forge is up and running at Sunblight Fortress. Take anything you find there. Long may our father reign over this dark land.
All right. Well, if it's out there, then maybe you can see it.
That's actually a good point. You have really good eyes.
Yeah, it's still kind of dark, even if it's during the day.
Yeah, I can take off my armor so it doesn't jingle.
Why don't you just squint from here and see if you can spot anything?
Yeah.
Okay. What do I see?
What do your moon eyes see?
You see water.
Nice.
What?
Well, actually, no, you don't. You see ice. You just see solid ice with a
I was
couple,
gonna be like, wait, what?
a couple of
Water.
boats on the side of the dock.
What's the range of your vision? Like 400 feet or
200.
something?
It's 200.
300.
Oh, is it 300?
Oh, it's in between.
Still can't quite reach.
300.
So you just
What
see,
about
you just see flat ice.
What about from here? What's the range from here? The edge of this stuff.
Walk out
From
of the
there you
dock.
can see.
Ah.
Roll me
Yeah.
perception.
Irilyssa has the boots of the Winterland, so she's just gonna start stepping onto the ice.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably stable enough to do that.
But you can still reach the end of this dock here. Just peek out.
Yeah. She'll just go to the end of that dock,
Mm-hmm.
Roll perception.
give a little look-see.
Oh.
And Irilyssa just walks off into
Wow.
the
It like
You don't even notice the end of the dock, and you just fall right onto the ice.
gets a snowflake in her eye.
Roll me 1d6.
No, no, I don't like this. This is what I get for trying to be a rogue.
Okay, so you're like squinting at the ferry out there. Can't quite make out as much detail as you'd like, so you walk a little bit further out. Still can't see it. Walk a bit further out. Still can't see it. Walk a bit, and then there's suddenly no platform beneath you. Thud. Luckily, you land in a pile of snow that seems to have piled up underneath the pier end, and you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you plummet about 10 feet and hit the snow.
Oh no, my temp HP. Sad.
Right.
Yeah.
Still. Unfortunately,
Yeah, like-
you landed face first, so you've got like your eyes are really stinging right now from the sudden impact of this cold mass.
Yeah, and right now I don't think we've followed you, so you were
For
just
those-
scouting, so we're just waiting, right?
Those of you who
Yeah.
could see that far out, you see Irilyssa going
Oh,
out,
jeez.
going out, and then disappear.
Yep.
And then there's a loud clank.
Oh,
I think
Huh.
I might have heard the clank though.
You all heard the clank. Half the town heard the clank.
Irilyssa.
okay.
Actually, you landed on snow. It's not going to be that loud. It's still
Oh.
a clank.
Yeah.
though.
Okay.
Are you okay? She'll yell out.
Don't yell.
You know, that's not really the element of surprise anymore if there is something out there.
Uh,
It was already loud enough.
Yeah, you alive?
I'll start walking over to the end of the pier.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably do that too.
Yeah.
And as you reach the end, what do you see?
Irilys is just kind of sitting in the snowbank trying to clear her eyes of snow.
I'll put my pack down, and then I'll just reach down and pick up your so put her back on the pier.
Ah!
There you go. You're safe now.
Ah!
I'll brush you off a little bit.
Ah. Didn't realize that the pier was as short as it was.
Yeah,
It's a
probably
long
for the
walk.
Duergar.
Off of a short pier.
Yes, thank you.
Do you see anything down there, up here?
No. And unfortunately, I think I've ruined any element of surprise.
Well, maybe we should just walk over there anyway.
Maybe we should just ignore it for now, and they'll just think we were doing something weird.
Yeah.
We'll come back
Okay.
later and surprise them later.
It's a ferry at the end of a pier in a town that's just... Why wouldn't we just go take a look?
They know
All
we're
right.
coming now.
Well, they probably would see us or something anyways, right? If they were keeping guard.
suppose.
I mean, what are we expecting to find out here? It's just a dock.
Well, maybe there's a Durgar asleep in one of the boats. I don't know what they're behind.
Well, if we catch him, we catch him. If we don't, then there's nobody out here.
They
All
can
right,
also
all
turn
right.
invisible.
Yes, they can turn invisible.
Okay. Well, can you? Do you able to see those invisible walls?
As she says that, her eyes kind of do this little flash, and she casts see invisibility on herself.
Okay.
Psyched, I'm psyched.
Suddenly, you're surrounded by an army of small
Just
men.
like there's
They're
like
just all
10
spelling.
of them around, just kind of like, yeah, good job. I know that spell too.
They're just pointing and laughing.
Okay.
Well, are we gonna walk out to the dock or no?
Yeah. Why are we just standing here? Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
If there's one out here, we'll find him. If not, then we can just go to the town hall and stop wasting our time.
Okay, so we'll go back and then around and then down the other dock.
Okay, you head down the pier, going round to the ferry, and as you're walking along, you can see all kinds of boats just trapped in the ice. Several of them have had their hulls just shattered as the ice has expanded into them. A couple of them have like posts wedged into the ice around to try and basically give them a little bit of extra space. But there definitely seems to be damage being done by how long these boats have been trapped. And several of the boats have also just been like pulled out of the ice and just kind of lying on top of it. But several of those which are just too big to drag out to where they could actually sail. So they're just been left there. Quite a few of them in pretty poor condition, like a few of the masts have snapped. Several of the beams where the sails are hung are either missing or broken. One or two rotten sails, so the sails do seem to have been, for the most part, removed. And then there's just bits of sailing equipment just spread out all over the place. There's ropes, there's tackle, just littering the shore. But you make it out to... Sorry?
Oh, I was gonna say,
Could I-
if I'll keep an eye open. If there's another ice auger, I'll pick that up.
Yeah.
Roll me
if
investigation.
it's actually nearby.
Yeah, roll me
Sure.
investigation.
And actually, I'll try and get some free block and tackle if it's available.
Roll me investigation as well.
All right.
I got an 8. Not gonna find it.
No sign of any augers. You see several nets, but no augers.
16.
Okay.
16. You find one set of block and tackle in good working nick. You do have to kind of pull it out of the ice, but it was like wedged inside of a cabinet, which was half sunken in. You open the cabinet, and inside is the block and tackle.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay, so as you approach the ferry itself, you can immediately see that this thing has been disturbed. The door itself to the boat has been smashed, and then peeking inside, there are a couple of papers like spread around. There's a chair which has just got two of its legs missing. It's a mess inside the cabin.
It looks like someone beat us here.
Yeah, or they just found the Durgar, you know.
And Tahko and Vulwin, you do notice that there are a couple of blood smears towards the back of the main cabin.
Yeah, I'd say somebody had to run it here at least. Just blood spatters.
Can I do an investigation check to just try and find anything of note?
Yep.
Excellent. Ah, crap. My luck ran out.
Ah,
6.
You also find those blood splatters. Oh, you found
Oh,
them in
yeah,
this
blood
place, didn't you?
splatters. I see those.
You saw them there.
additional blood splatters.
Well, splatter,
Well-
additional blood.
Looks like whatever Durgar were here were found already.
Well, that's good, I suppose.
Yeah.
Or they fought and got away. Who knows?
True,
Yeah.
we could ask.
It could be human blood for all we know.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Well,
on to the
yeah,
next place.
Yeah, what else do you want to do here?
At least we didn't
Yeah,
lose our
we
sense of
said-
surprise.
Really nothing else here.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't see anything.
You might find some secret hiding spot where hid the stash of valuables or something. I don't know. I looked, I didn't find it.
If one more of you wants to investigation, you can.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you do it.
Nope, it's got to be Zagrax.
This is investigation. It's not perception. It's not wisdom. It's intelligence.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
Mhm.
he can use his brain. He just can't see things.
hey!
So you are a little bit more thorough than Tahko's looking around. You do notice that there are dust marks from where various crates and bags were stored and have since been removed. You also notice that there is a small, what looks like a mouse hole on one side of the wall, which is splintered and like broken apart, as if something has tried to go in it.
Well, we know that these things shrink.
That's right. You said he turned into a rat before. Maybe one turned into a rat here.
Yeah.
Or shrank in
Yeah, I
size.
saw that. I saw that. Yeah, it shrunk right down and disappeared. It crawled away, I guess.
Well, it looks like might have gotten away here too.
Normally I'd ask Elora to climb in there, but you're too big now.
I mean, I'm going to assume that like Irilyssa gets down on her knees and like has a look inside, and
Yeah.
it is just like a little alcove. You do notice that there is like a little pool of blood with what looks like scratch marks leading towards the entrance, and then it disappears.
Alcove. So it's not like a tunnel or anything.
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically a double hole, and in a little space
Yeah.
between the two sheaths, there was a thing,
There's
and then there's a
something
pool of
there,
blood, and then from that pool of blood, there's like scratch marks or something's been dragged towards the entrance.
Oh.
I see.
Oh, it didn't get away.
Nice.
It did get away. Well then.
Wow.
Well,
Maybe the Knights of the Black Sword did some good.
Mhm.
yes.
They certainly know how to hunt out Turgar, so
Maybe they can also see the unseen.
Perhaps. Well, anyway, let's head over to to see the speaker.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, you head over to the town hall, and that's where we're going to stop for the day, I think.
Yeah.
Get
Okay.
that meeting done next
Alright.
time.
Yeah.
start with intrigue.
Yep.
Yes.
I like the brutality of this town. Good,
Wow.
Good. We just found evidence of like a Durgar that just got, murdered in his home. The Durgar
Yeah, we
spy.
We did. And
They tracked him down and even dragged him out of his hidey hole to, hang him up outside the front. Brutal. Wonderfully brutal.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm going to now start actually looking at chat. Hi, chat. How are you doing? So if
Hello,
you have any
chat.
questions for us, then please do let us know. While those are coming in, I want to say a welcome to McHappy Face, Black Wolf, Sci-Fi Fan, and Palm Tree Life. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you.
In fact, there's more. There's
Thank
also
you.
Bubba's Big Blast, Aussie, Tall Large, and yeah, those. That's it. So, bye, everyone.
Welcome.
Oh.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And I'm hoping that at the end of today we will become an affiliate. I think.
Ooh.
My calculations are right.
Yay.
We should.
That's exciting.
Nice.
Cross our fingers.
Happy birthday to
Yeah.
Trips and me.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell and all those other things.
Yeah, if you've been enjoying this, you're not already following, then why not? You should definitely hit that follow
Yeah.
button.
Big for everyone.
Yeah, if we show up at the town hall and they've got cake for us, that's gonna be great.
Yep.
Wasn't East Haven like the second or third biggest city in the area? Yeah, it was the third biggest. Bryn Shander, then Targos, then
Yeah.
East Haven.
Mhm.
Was.
Well, to be fair, the city's just as big as it's always been. It's just less populated.
Lots of people.
Touche.
Duragar seemed to be the main theme in the 10 towns.
They seem to have a problem with them, yeah.
Yeah.
Big think.
Not here, apparently. Wiped out. Woo!
So you're telling me that there were 7 dwarves on pikes in the snow out there?
Yep,
Oh,
that white
shoot,
snow.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh dear.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh,
what is that?
That's
That
pro-
can't escape the fun.
Macho, that's probably all of them. They probably all look grumpy.
grumpy and eaten,
I
frozen.
can't imagine. Yeah.
This one's corpsey. This one's dead.
Oh no.
The humor in this is great. I love this.
I will say that one's better than the earlier jokes.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, the original description for Sleeping Beauty is actually, or not Sleeping Beauty. Snow White is terrifying. Skin as white as snow. Lips as red as blood.
Oh,
Aren't you a
I had
vampire?
no-
Hair as black as ravens. Ugh,
She's a
terrifying.
I mean, isn't it
yeah,
didn't-
exactly.
a German like folk thing or whatever? Maybe, or am I
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah.
Because I feel
Most of
like
those
all
are.
of them, at least in the native German level, are a lot more creepier and darker than.
But also you have to
Yeah.
remember, like, I'm guessing that Snow White's a medieval tale, and at that point, having pale skin was a sign of nobility because it meant you didn't work outside.
Mhm.
And red lips would mean you actually have enough money to buy stuff for lipstick.
Hmm.
Yeah, or you're just really, really healthy.
Or you just smear blood all over them.
Yeah, you know,
You're a vampire.
Yeah.
you take your pick.
I always really liked the tall tailor in German fairy tales. Little kids that sucked their thumb, kept sucking their thumb. The tall tailor would show up and just cut their thumbs off with his big shears.
Nice. Hadn't heard that one before.
Yay, children's stories!
Yeah, aren't they such great parables?
Wow.
Welcome to European child raising.
Yeah. Scare the crap
If
out of
you
your
don't-
child.
Don't want him to do something? You tell him a good story. Oh. You got any fun stories like that in this game? Nothing scary here in the 10 towns.
Oh no.
Nothing at all.
Nah, I think we didn't even get one tonight, did we? Nothing about, black
One-
wings, storms.
No.
Ah.
I had fun writing that. That's all.
Oh, dear.
No.
I'm glad you did.
Gives you something
Yeah.
to think about.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yes. Goat bow.
We don't have enough to think about. There's so much to think about.
Hey, I guess that is one of the perks of having low wisdom and rather average intelligence. I don't have to think very much.
Oh my God. That's true.
I hit the thing, and I don't get hit by other things.
Yes.
And then Vulwin hits me in the back again.
Yep.
But does no damage, so I don't care.
I really
This is-
like the idea that this party is actually just a group of assassins trying to kill Zagrax
Yeah.
and just not doing it yet. And he hasn't noticed.
It-
I think it's
yeah,
such a hilarious premise.
It's
It really is the long con.
Yeah. The entire
It's so hard.
campaign's from Zagrax's point of view, so they're all
Yeah.
they still have all their personalities, but he's just like completely oblivious to all the attempts to kill him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When you fell asleep when you were drunk, we actually realized like a long time ago that we were all trying to kill you separately. I'm like, all right, we got to make some rules, everyone. Let's make this interesting. Let's make it seem like who can kill Zagrax in the least like suspicious way possible. Like make it purely accidental. If you don't, well, you're not an assassin.
Yeah, Vulwin.
Yeah,
Hey,
Vulwin.
hey, I was shooting. He just happened to get in the way every time.
Yeah, that's it.
Zagrax doesn't speculate.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You don't know.
Speaking
He
of the
just
black
thinks Vulwin's
wings,
a bad
did the
shot.
bird spotted above
Exactly.
Coven's can have black wings? Maybe.
Ah,
Maybe. Okay.
The rock.
so yeah, I think only Tahko. No, sorry, Irilyssa. You were the only one that saw something, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was a long way away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
and I think our friend who we saved rambled on about a description of something like it, but
Yeah.
the rest of us don't know. I don't know.
I love how you're like, why don't you call to them to come down so you can kill them? But I do, and you're like,
Dude! That was funny. And I rolled the perception to see if they heard it. They didn't. They got like a 6.
I would have loved that. The come down so I can stab you. Yeah, if
Yeah.
only that worked. Only that worked, and all of a sudden they start coming down. Like, well, I'll be.
It
Wow.
works that's how Tahko does diplomacy. It works pretty much every time at getting into a fight.
Yeah.
True.
yeah. Fair enough.
I think stronger than diplomacy by the spoken word is diplomacy by the weapon.
After all, diplomacy is simply an extension of Tahko yelling at people.
You're not wrong.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
With my diplomacy, who needs intimidation?
That's true. You're so big.
I'm gonna say, I need to do better at that because that's the one thing I'm good at is.
I would not expect that.
Well, I'm good at it. In theory.
In theory.
The few times I've tried, it's failed so miserably. I've just given up.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, you didn't do very well.
I think I scared a kobold once, and that was about it.
Yeah.
I have a +6 to intimidation, and I think the highest I've ever rolled is like a 9.
Oh, I love that comment. Tahko has 2 options: give away food or give away fists.
I bribe you with food, or I bribe you with fists.
It's actually kind of true, isn't it?
I miss boy.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Hey.
boy belonged to his owner.
I know.
Yeah. I hope they're doing
because I
well.
kept on forgetting the boy even existed. I was so proud of myself remembering Danica was around today. I was like, yes!
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we noticed that. We're
Danica, I
like,
was like, oh yeah.
I was gonna
She's
ask
here.
where she was, but you brought her up. So.
got it. Yay.
She gets advantage on all stealth rolls.
Yeah. She's quiet anyway, so.
I think that's why it was always so much more noticeable when Trovis was around, because he's just yelling all the time.
Yep. True. Yelling or making things go boom.
Yeah.
But now I make things go boom.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, that was a
I
fun
have a
session.
plus.
Laid back. I think
Yes.
we needed like just a chill out
Yeah.
session.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's
Yeah.
been like so on and
Yeah.
on and on till this point.
There's so many.
The
sessions where you're
intensity
like,
of this-
Oh God, we're gonna die. This was nice. No one feared for their lives today.
You're right.
Uh,
Tahko definitely needed the day just to chill, so it worked out.
Mm.
Yeah.
We did some city management. We traveled. We learned some story stuff. We got some more background. We didn't hit anybody.
We knew Vulwin's a Yeti baby.
Yeah, finally find out more about Vulwin. It's been sitting on that one
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, got to start talking about some things. It was kind of interesting. Now you can go back and look at the everything and
I
start
want
to
know when
piece
two guys
these.
are like, "Well, this baby's wild for life." And the other guy's like, "Oh no, I'll bet you we can tame him." You're on.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds like some mustache twirling, 1910s, gambling right there.
Wow.
Oh, dear.
I bet we could domesticate this feral. Like, what the? Make sure he doesn't eat your
Maybe.
fingers.
Oh my gosh.
You lose 10% for every finger you're missing.
Guess you'll have to find out more of the backstory.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that was fun. I have been sitting on that for a whole long while.
What?
Yeah, it's true.
I was wondering if it was even going to come up this session because I know talked about that, like, big things happen, so you got to find time to talk about it. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm not bringing anything up as Vulwin.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
It couldn't
Vulwin
got
doesn't-
missed again.
He really
Oh
doesn't
no,
seem
I was
to bring
not
it
gonna
up.
let that one slide. I'm like, we're not letting this go for longer.
Yeah, I really want to see Vulwin be like, hey, so about that thing I was needed to tell you guys about that you asked about. No.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys want to ask me why I can speak to Yetis? No.
Nah, we're good.
No.
Okay.
All right, let's keep it that way.
Oh, I should.
Oh.
It's just like, yeah, I took a class back at college, and it was just my minor.
College.
Yeah, I was.
College? What colleges are around here in the 10 towns?
School
He
of
went
Hard
to
Knocks.
Lonelywood Tech.
Mordred only tries to kill you when you go into a cave, and there were no caves this session, so you were fine.
Yeah,
That's a good point, actually.
Mordred,
yeah.
there are people in Dugan's Hole who travel, or people who travel to Dugan's Hole. So the thing with Dugan's Hole is it is the most isolated of the 10 towns. Like, it is barely one of the 10 towns anyway. I don't think any of you know enough about the politics to really go deeper than that, though.
I mean, we can surmise quite a few things from it, though. From the few things we do know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the history of why it ended up that way, but I don't think
Yeah.
any of us have a much care one
I mean,
way
the
or
whole
the other
time that we
about 'em.
came from, we brought the refugees in, they weren't like, oh, you're from Dugan's Hole. They were just like, oh, where are you from? So,
Yeah.
even though we came from the directions of Dugan's Hole. So, sure.
They don't look like they're from Dugan's Hole, and people from Dugan's Hole have a very particular look.
That's true.
That's probable.
Yeah, I enjoy the healthy speculation in chat about Vulwin's dietary consumptions.
Oh, dear.
We did have a chat about that when Vulwin was being created.
We sure did.
Yeah.
Nice. Good.
I thought last session you were going to partake in the consumption.
What?
Or
The
2 sessions
fiesta?
ago, I
Like,
guess. Yeah, when you gave the bodies to the Yeti. But
no, no,
no,
didn't do that.
or maybe you did, and we're just gonna look over that part.
I was wondering if maybe Nin was cooking up your favorite meal over there, but
Oh yeah.
Eats many things, but he's not a cannibal.
well, no, he doesn't eat the food himself.
Yeah, that's true.
It's pretty extra
He
funny.
just feeds it to other people.
He's also.
I mean, with that campaign, I think we were actually like proposing taking those bandits that waylaid us and turning them into pies and selling them back in the town. So
That's right.
it's a possibility. It wouldn't be the first time, maybe, for Ned.
I mean, I did have a reason for him keeping the cemetery, but it wasn't that.
Okay.
Mhm. Intriguing.
Necromancer.
whatever the reason is, I don't like it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
What we have
Isn't
to
this
do,
game just delightfully dark?
if things go south here, what we have to do is we just have to have Tahko animate the Duragar outside.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm not going to do it, because that's gross.
I always have that spell prepared, so it's available.
yeah.
I really
Hey,
do think
you
that
know-
Min was the perfect character for this campaign. I'm so glad I did that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
Archmel, I'm just saying, Tahko is a small supermarket worth of rations.
Yeah.
I have so much random stuff on me. And the funny thing is the block and tackle, its whole point is that with that you can hoist up 4 times the weight you can normally lift. So I think the rope would give out before I could lift whatever I could lift with the block and tackle.
Oh my god.
Because that's what close to 4,000 pounds I could lift up if I had the right.
I really like the idea that you can just use that as an attack. You just throw it at somebody and like they have to like reflex dex save to get out of the way or get crushed by it for a moment.
Just throw my pack at him.
Yeah. You're like, hey, catch.
I mean, I am still carrying around 5 things of Duragar scale mail, so I'm just regularly walking around with about 500 pounds on my back.
What are you doing with all that noise in your pack?
Clank, clank,
It's all
clank.
it's a no. There's no room for it to wiggle. There's no clanking.
That's true.
It's just stuffed with rations.
Even if it
it's
did,
stuffed in the room.
even if it did, there's so much other stuff around it, it's just muffled.
Yeah, no kidding at that point.
I can just see
never
it like in a
complained
year's
about how
time,
high
you're going to
it
say,
is.
oh yeah, I've got some scale mail, pull it out, and like the helmet's just completely dented by all the weight that's just been sitting on top of it.
We go out of the pier. Ooh, look, these are still good. Pick up some more shinies.
Oh my gosh.
I have so much random stuff in here. Oh, sometimes it comes in handy though.
Yeah, and if you can carry that much, I guess you can carry that much.
It's going to be fun when we have to cross some kind of treacherous ice flow or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll just pull the
Goodbye,
boat out.
Tahko!
I'll just pull out the boat I've had in there since the 3rd session and just start rowing my way up there.
Yeah, I mean, Vulwin's had experience with that. That's not fun.
Don't fall through the ice.
Yeah.
Now beware of avalanches.
Yeah.
Zagrax.
I did nothing.
Oh.
Not me.
I'm
This
a
was
little bit surprised that
incidental.
you guys haven't had anything to do with boats yet, seeing as this whole thing is set on giant lakes.
Well, they're all frozen, so meh.
And
Yeah.
we'll possibly keep it that way, too.
What are you talking about? We just got onto a ferry.
We did.
Touche.
Shush. Shut up, Matt. Leave me alone. Everything's fine.
Something I've been wondering, the Sea of Moving Ice takes up a lot of space on the map and it seems nothing is there. That is true. So I'm just going to go back to the main map of Icewind, because I think that does bear like showing. Just most of the game we've spent kind of zoomed in on like this. This is the main map.
Yeah, this
Going
map
on
is
Twitch.
huge. And we've only
It's
done,
a lot
like,
bigger than that. It goes all the way out
Hmm.
to this. The 10 towns is that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of space.
There is.
Once we get out of the towns, though, that's real
Yeah,
dangerous, though.
What the heck's all the way over here? What's all this?
That's the Redhead Glacier, right?
Yeah, the glacier's over there in the top right.
Yeah.
And then the Sea of
Yeah.
Moving Ice is indeed over here.
Yeah. I really don't want to just be like, yeah, there's just snow out there. I mean, because that's like a truth already.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine what if we go out there? What if we go out there and it's not a tundra? It's like a desert. Like, what if that happened?
I mean,
I
it's
mean,
arguably the same thing.
Technically,
it's literally-
tundras
No,
are deserts.
Yeah. I learned that in 5th grade.
But one has snow.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you could do anything with the water. So,
Imagine like mirages, snow mirages, tundra mirages. I mean, it kind of happens, right? You get super bright out.
Oh yeah.
We call that hypothermia.
No, that's getting super cold.
You're actually supposed to
I
wear
know.
little goggles with slits in them when you're out on the ice because
Yeah.
it's too much reflected light getting into your eyes.
Yeah, ice blindness or snow blindness.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, the crazy thing about traveling in cold weather like this is not just that you have to watch out for hypothermia. You have to watch out for just overheating and sweating yourself out. Like, ugh, such a fine line.
Yeah.
Good thing that Zagrax and I don't have to worry about that because we're reptiles.
Hey, wait.
You don't sweat.
I don't sweat. Yeah.
Oh no. At least you're not like red dragonborn, right? You'd actually be freezing.
But you're
Yeah.
cold-blooded, so you would need to bathe in the sun's rays to heat your bodies up. Oh wait.
Yeah.
I've got the
Yeah.
moon. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I have a burning fire of rage inside of me. It keeps me warm. It's fine.
Well, there you go.
See? Canon. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
But wait, I'm a white dragonborn. He's a silver dragonborn, so we're resistant to the cold.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't need to sun ourselves.
Yeah, is it still Elora that's the only one that's not like resistant to cold out here?
Yeah.
I don't
Assuming
know
that
what's
she has
funny,
to
I
pick up
think
something.
Yeah, it definitely
mean,
has
for-
removed like one of the interesting aspects to this. The outdoor travel is a lot about like heat and conserving heat. You guys are all resistant to cold. It's just like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Elora's the only one. Even then, now she has like a con 19. So.
Yeah.
And you're blonde now, so you're basically Scandinavian.
You're a
Oh,
foot
yeah,
taller
fit right
too.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Or
Scandinavian.
like gold eyes.
You're really tall, really good con, blonde, pretty much Scandinavian now.
Yeah, Brunhilde.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Brune
gosh.
Laura.
There you go, Brun Laura.
I'm excited to make
Laura.
a new icon.
Yeah. That's the
I
fun part.
can sense the excitement in that statement. I gotta change my icon.
The thing that I'm
Oh,
most
yeah.
excited about is the fact that your head's going to be like out here
Oh my
on the
gosh.
token.
Oh, yeah, just it turns out you got a foot taller, but that foot is all neck. Like you just the token is just all neck.
You just get giraffe here.
Oh, gosh, why?
God.
How do
Why?
mortals work? Long necks? Yes.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Oops.
I mean, you had a foot and like an extra feet of leg. That's just fucking weird now.
Just make your femurs longer.
No.
I don't know how
Yep,
else it
just
works.
your femurs, though. Your femurs grow by a foot.
I mean, when you're working with deities that have that level of power, boy, they can do whatever the fuck they
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
You could become their own dog breed of magic. Just turn you into basically the human equivalent of a pug.
I should have collected more of those chicken feathers to make a duster. Dang it.
I really
Idea for next time.
I'm not lying. I really expected you to kind of just go up to a chicken and then just grab like a whole handful and just like rip it out and go running.
She's
Like some
worried.
evil comical like
She doesn't want to hurt the chicken that bad.
Hey, do you have mage hand?
Oh, you're right. I always forget she has mage hand.
in
Yeah.
hand.
Useful
There's
spell.
like so many. Everything is so much like everything is £1,000,000, so I never think of mage hand.
Yeah.
It's literally feathers.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
You're not lifting a ton of feathers.
but it's just a chicken, right? She can do it by hand.
Chicken.
You think there's like some mages out there that just want to like screw with people like that? They're just like standing from like their balcony and like the chicken over there, and they're just like, I'll just pluck this chicken's feathers out from up here with mage hand. And the townspeople are all like, "What are you doing? Stop!" And they're just like laughing to themselves because they're bored in a mage tower.
I suspect that happens quite a lot, actually.
I'm kind of tired of studying spells for the day. Just give me some chickens.
We're just doing like random sift earth.
Considering
I want a
Elora
moat
became
today.
taller, how far-reaching could these metamorphoses get? Does Elora even know herself?
Oh,
I don't want to be in the game where we have to play with Chrysalis Elora, where we just have to carry her around.
Hey, if she's in her lantern, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well,
Every
she's in her
time she's-
lantern, but it's just the size of her.
yeah.
Oh.
Elora's
I feel like
evolving.
you guys should just leave me.
Yeah, Elora's evolving. Elora learned fire breath.
Every time, not every time she's in there, but every time she's changed, it was after she was in the lantern. So
Or after I met with Idwash, yeah.
I did
Yeah,
enjoy
in the
Iduash's
lantern.
introduction today. That amused me.
Yes, it was funny.
If Elora gets a breath weapon, that means the only one who doesn't that we know of is Vulwin.
And for those of you who didn't see that, Iduash was just like dusting because Elora hadn't been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the lantern room was just filthy.
Yeah, because I think the last time she went in there, she was like literally bleeding out after getting like
Oh yeah.
ripped apart by those white wolves or winter wolves. Sorry. She was like, "Oh yeah, I should have done something about that." Oop.
Anyway,
Yes,
if
that-
there are no other questions from you, chat, I think we will draw this to a close. So let us know quickly if there are. Otherwise, we should be back again next Sunday, I believe.
sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Should be possible.
Yes.
Just double checking. Yeah, next Sunday should be okay. Sunday after that should be okay. The 27th is a bit iffy. One of my friends is
Okay.
getting married, but because lockdown restrictions, we don't know if that's actually going ahead. But that's on Sunday night.
Oh, okay. Well,
Say,
enjoy
and the
your
20th may be iffy for me. I'm not 100% sure either, but I'll learn more this week.
wedding. Okay.
Well, in that case, I'm going to say thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, and you haven't done so already, hit that follow button to get notifications when we're live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this, then awesome, tell your friends. We'd always like having more people coming along and saying hello. I think that's about it. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for playing. Hope you're enjoying this still, and we will see you next Sunday. Until then, bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Hashtag Yeti life.